everybody. How are we? It's pretty rainy here. Fortunately, I like rainy weather. Hello, people. As per usual, we're gonna do like our 5 to 10 minute runoff time. We'll see what happens. How are we? How are we all doing on this Monday afternoon? Let's share this in the community tab. This is the first time, I think this is gonna be the first time I've done like a stream or anything completely dedicated to gaming stuff. I'm doing pretty good, System Crash. How are you? You know what? Why don't we hop in the stream VC and see who joins? Thoughts on E3? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been watching E3 that much. I know there was some Halo Infinite gameplay stuff shown. Other than that, like the Elden Ring news came out, and I haven't really heard much else other than that. I'm kind of waiting for the Bandai thing tomorrow, I think. Yeah, isn't Bandai doing a thing tomorrow? I assume we'll be getting more info on Elden Ring then. So that's mostly... that's like pretty much the only thing I'm really interested in from E3 this year. I mean, we'll see what else, what other kind of stuff we get news on. But for the most part, that's like the only thing I'm really concerned with. Alright, so... not quite 5 minutes yet. You know, I probably should have figured that doing a stream topic on something that I don't even mention on the channel probably wouldn't get too many views. Oh well. Hey Daniel. Oh, never mind, we're starting to... Hello everyone, how are we? If you're in here, be sure to like the stream. we will get started shortly. I'm gonna be going through some stuff. Haven't streamed in a while. Yeah, it's been about a week. Figured I came out with that Maki and Toji video earlier today, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm in the mood for streaming. I want to talk about Elden Ring because I'm very excited for that. I'm kind of in the mood for Souls stuff, so here we are now. What's up, Kaden? How you doing? Alright, let's get started here. So I assume most of you guys, if you're here in the stream... Hey Brendan, how are you? Daniel, you were going to go to sleep? Well, I mean, hey, if you need your sleep, you should probably get some sleep. But if you'd rather be here, checking out what's going on with Misc Streams, then power to ya. I'm doing pretty good, Brendan. How are you? I assume if you guys are in here, you probably know what Elden Ring is, right? I imagine most people within the demographics of this channel know what Elden Ring is. I would imagine. Oh boy. Thank you, Peter, for this wonderful link. There's an official Elden Ring Twitter. Nice. Oh shit. We're getting a bunch of... Oh god. They hadn't tweeted in like 2 fucking years. That's amazing. That's absolutely incredible. Who has pinged me? Thank you, Peter. You didn't know I was into games? I am into games, yeah. I just don't do any gaming on here, because this is a fucking laptop. So, I don't really have the means to do gaming on the channel. Maybe if I figured out how to do, like, streaming and recording on my PS4. But I never really have good opportunities to record there. Maybe when I get a PS5, depending on what my situation is, I'll do some gaming stuff with Demon Souls. Of course, Elden Ring. I kind of want to do stuff on Elden Ring. I mean, hence the stream. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not in the type of... Listen, if I get my hands on that fucking thing, I'm probably not going to have the patience to, like, only stream for 6 to 8 hours. And then take a break for a while before the next stream. It's not going to happen. Because I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be busy with college. I'm probably going to be busy with work. So, I'm not going to stream shit for Elden Ring. But I may do some videos on it, if I can figure out how. We'll see what happens. So, we got a bunch of fucking info on Elden Ring, apparently. I'm reading from the PC Gamer. We got a bunch of info from an interview with IGN. Let's find out some of these PvPs confirmed. Excellent. Let's find out some information on the game here. So players can summon the spirits of dead enemies. There's apparently a collectible aspect to the spirit summons, and Miyazaki hopes players discover ones that suit their playstyle or just look cool. Miyazaki says, we also have a number of alternative elements, such as being able to summon the spirits of deceased enemies and use them as allies in battle. We're not sure what kind of rules apply to the system, like how often you can summon and who you can collect, but we're down for some Disgrace Knight Pokemon. Nice! Isn't there a Dark Souls 3 mod where you can do fucking Pokemon? Like, don't you have to, you can take enemies that you've defeated and basically summon them? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I guess that's now gonna be a feature in Elden Ring. That's pretty cool. Peter says also PvP is confirmed. Yeah. System Crash said horses are also confirmed. Really? I wouldn't have known that. Well, I'm assuming this article is gonna be having stuff not relating to just stuff from the trailer, like stuff that was not explicit in the trailer, like the summoning dead enemies thing. There was nothing really alluding to that. That looked like mostly just multiplayer, which, like here, they confirm their online summons. They don't mention PvP in this interview, but, Peter, you said they confirmed PvP? Brendan asked, what are you majoring in? I don't know. I'm undecided. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. But apparently a lot of people don't know either, so I'm mildly reassured by that. Player is a blank slate, typically with FromSoft games. Though Sekiro was an exception, the player character is already a pretty blank slate, but the slate is going to get blanker somehow. How do you get blanker? There's like no character. Miyazaki says in comparison to previous Souls games, they're a little more of a blank slate for the player to project themselves onto. FromSoft's character creators are also always hilarious, so we're looking forward to this one. True. I've never liked making those deformed monstrosity characters, because usually I like looking at my character when I play. But that's nice. How are they supposed to be more of a blank slate? Because you don't really have any character at all. Like, at all, when you make your characters in Dark Souls or Bloodborne. Kinda have, like, some stuff describing your background, but that's about it. So I don't know how the fuck you get more blank slate than you already are. I don't understand that. Let's see, just a moment here. YouTube analytics have been a little wacky today. Like, the stuff in studio, it can't seem to fucking tell, you know, what the concurrent viewer history is. It's losing its mind. It has no idea what's happening. Okay. Miyazaki. Okay, so no, Miyazaki did say there's gonna be PvP. Alright then. Well, that's good. I mean, I've never been big on, like, PvP and summoning, because I, like, almost never have Xbox Live or PS Plus. So I almost never actually am able to do online stuff. I have been a little more recently, but, you know, now that I've got, you know, some of my own money going on now, I'm a little more free when it comes to that stuff, so I can probably do more of that. System Crash says, wacky devs. What's so wacky about them? There's 6 main areas, each the domain of a demigod boss character. There's a designed apparent route through them, but there are a lot of different ways you can approach each area, and there's a lot of freedom as to which order you can tackle different areas as well. Okay, when I'm done reading this article, I'm going to talk a bit about some of my predictions. Each area houses its own more traditional dungeon, where we'll likely do the more traditional Souls thing. It's likely the Arm King, the guy made of arms, and primary antagonist in the trailer, is one such demigod, a child Queen Marika, who rules in the lands between. It's gonna be a blast meeting the rest of the crew. Oh yes, I'm very excited. I have a feeling, yeah, this guy, the big arm guy from the trailer, dude made of fucking arms. He's gonna be one of the big area bosses, you know, like when you go and you fight the Lord Souls in Dark Souls 1, or the old ones from Dark Souls 2, or the Lords of Cinder from Dark Souls 3. It'll be like that, where they're the big guys, you gotta go fight them, get their big soul, or I think in the case of this, if I understand correctly, the plot is that the Elden Ring has been broken, and that each of the demigod children of the Queen has taken a piece of the Elden Ring. So what I assume we're going to be doing is we're going to go to each area, you're going to fight each of the demigod kids, kill them, and then take each of their pieces of the Elden Ring, and then you're going to have to, I don't know, get it reforged or something, and then you'll go fight the final boss. I imagine that's going to be how the game progresses. Stealth sounds like Sekiro. You probably won't find mimics in that exact same form. It's a different world to Dark Souls, but we hope to give you surprises in some ways. Let's put it that way. Okay. Is it going to be time for ladder mimics? Is it going to be like those wall mimics in Neo? I hope, actually. I've never been able to get super into Neo, but I like some of the stuff that they have in it. some sort of core progression mechanic, but it's not resurrection, in reference to Sekiro's resurrection mechanic. Miyazaki says we have a couple of elements in Elden Ring which come from a similar kind of breed. He assures the interviewer it's not resurrection, though, so we're curious to know what methods for subverting death FromSoft thought up this time. Yeah, but I thought they say we're undead. I thought we're undead again in this game. So I'm mildly confused right now. Classic hub area? Excellent. Somewhere around the Erd tree, if that's a case. Yeah, that would make sense. Like, you got something by the base of the Erd tree. System Crash says, sounds like it's going to be a cool story since the Game of Thrones guy is working on it, apparently. I thought, George R.R. Martin was working on the lore, like he was going to be doing some of the world-building stuff. I wasn't sure if he was doing any work on the plot. If someone could maybe remind me, I think it depends on what aspect of the writing he's working on. Because I haven't watched Game of Thrones, but you know, most of it's pretty good from what I hear. I understand the books are pretty good too. So if you've got like a professional fantasy author doing the world building for your setting, it's probably going to be pretty good. Peter says you roll into a pot and it decks you. Ah, yes, the Pot Boys. Oh, I love the Pot Boys. I'm wondering if that underground place where the Pot Boys are is its own area. I'm going to be doing some theorizing on some stuff from the trailer. We'll be getting into some real Elden Ring theorizing and predictions. Hello, we seem to have a lot more viewers in here. 7, nice. If you guys are in here, be sure to like the stream. Yeah, we are... Right now, I'm reading an article about a big info dump on Elden Ring. And then we're gonna look at some promo images on the Twitter account. And then I'm going to do some theorizing based on stuff from the trailer. Philip says, imagine riding your horse, then boom, boss fight appears from the ground. Oh, I am so fucking excited for roaming encounters, you have no idea. Like, Souls is already great. Like, I like the way that Souls games work. But then you add an open world aspect where you can just run into things at random in the world. It sounds really fucking cool. Like the big walking island thing, or the caravans that you can raid. That all seems so fucking awesome. I'm genuine. This is the most excited I've been for something in so long. You have no idea. System Crash says if he's working on the lore, then that's even better. Fingers crossed said George created the basis for the world with the glowing Erd tree as the central turning point. That does sound like a general basis for doing world building. Is you have like a thing, a big important thing that's the foundation for the entire world, and you build everything else around it. So I would imagine that would be how that works. That's what I was thinking. Like, in the last day or two, I've been thinking about creating, like, I don't know, like a D&D campaign setting that I'll never use, as you do sometimes. And the way I was thinking about going about it is just have, like, a big fucking world tree, a big world tree at the center, definitely not named Yggdrasil, and just have, like, 4 to 6 areas branching off of it, and each area has its own aesthetic and story and enemy types and a big bad guy that you fight somewhere. That's pretty standard stuff. But then you have like a very talented guy like George R.R. Martin working on it, and you're gonna have something really good. I get the vibe. This is supposed to be the biggest game from FromSoft yet, right? I don't think that needs to be confirmed, but I'm pretty sure they've said it's the biggest. I'm getting the vibe from this that this is going to be, like, the best game they've produced thus far. Like, it will blow almost everything else they've made out of the water. I don't know if that's just me being very hyped, but I just get this feeling from seeing all the stuff that they're going to be doing and hearing about it. Because you've basically taken all of the stuff that you've done in the previous games and just taking all the good stuff, putting it together, and then adding a bunch of other really cool shit. Like open world, roaming encounters, a big horse. Where could you go wrong with a big horse? Philip B said Souls games have some of the best lore. They do. I love Souls lore. I don't know if I think I've mentioned this at least one time before, But last summer, I got really bored and decided to play through Dark Souls 2 and just take note of everything and try and stitch together the lore for myself instead of, like, watching VaatiVidya, which I had already done before. But I'm like, I want to see if I can maybe find a different interpretation for things here. So I went and did that, and I finished the whole base game. I never got around to doing the DLC because summer ended, and then I kind of lost the motivation to keep doing it. But I have those posted on the Dark Souls 2 Reddit somewhere. I think the last one did really well. The last one got, like, a lot of upvotes. Yeah. And I may do, I don't know I don't, like, fuck all about Demon Souls lore. I know very little about it, and I haven't played the game before. So, whenever the fuck I get my PS5, I'm gonna get Demon Souls, and maybe I'll do, like, some Demon Souls lore content. Maybe. We'll see. Fingers Crossed said, have you read anything about the new info from the interviews? So much stuff in there. That's what I'm reading right now. The Real Medell asked, what was your first ending in Dark Souls? I think I originally played Dark Souls 2 before Scholar of the First Sin came out, so I got, like, the basic Dark Souls 2 ending. Philip B said, I can't wait to see how well the level design is. Yeah, so apparently it's open world, and then you're going to have the dungeon areas that are designed like a typical Soulsborne location. Pretty cool. Philip B also said, like in Bloodborne, when the Forbidden Woods leads back to the first floor sick room. Yeah, I imagine you're going to have, like, secret areas and stuff. You're going to have shit like the Archdragon Peak. That'd be pretty cool. And having another thing, like the Forbidden Woods leading into the Yusefka's clinic, that was pretty crazy. So hopefully we'll get something like that again. Real Medell said, favorite boss and least favorite boss in each game. Buddy, we are going to get to that, because I think when I'm done talking about Elden Ring here, I'm gonna find a tier list for, like, all the Soulsborne bosses, and we're gonna rank them. Peter Butler says Vaati covers very surface level lore, to be honest. Yeah, Vaati tries to, like, stitch together a narrative, which I like. I like a lot of Vaati's videos. Why did I have so much trouble saying that? Vaati's videos. I really liked the art competition stuff he's been doing lately, like the Elden Ring bosses thing. That was really fucking cool. I don't know why the Nuklavi didn't get first place. I don't understand. But for, like, for in-depth lore stuff, I usually watch Sinclair Lore. They're really good. System Crash says, by the way, what's your favorite Souls game? From a completely nostalgia-based perspective, Dark Souls 2, because it's the first one I've played, and I also just really love the lore. I really love the lore and story stuff from Dark Souls 2. I know that's really weird, because a lot of people consider it to be the worst Souls game, but I love it. I love Dark Souls 2. Yeah, the viewers dropped right after that. Yeah. Fingers Crossed said, FromSoft was always good at level design, and in Dark Souls 1, also the connected world building. I'm curious how they're going to handle an open world. Me too. The way they did it in Dark Souls 1, which was really good, was that a lot of the world was stacked on top of each other. Like, the world of Dark Souls 1, Lordran is very vertical. It was a very vertical map. Like, almost all of the areas were on top of each other. Philip B said, to fingers crossed, like the bottom part of the castle scene leads to an underground dungeon. Yeah, something like that. Peter said, Sinclair is good. True! Alright, let's get back into this article. There's more to find than the 6 main dungeons. Well, there you fucking go! There you go, I was right. We are gonna have, like, hidden areas. We're gonna have shit like the Archdragon Peak and the Ash Lake. There's much more to find than the main 6 dungeons. Besides the 6 signature dungeons, Elden Ring's open world will have a wide variety of catacombs, castles, and fortresses strewn about the map. Miyazaki says these range greatly in terms of scale, too. We know what to expect in the big dungeons, so let's hope FromSoft has tucked away some of its weirdest surprises in optional ventures. There's a fast travel system, cool. Character and build customization is super deep. Oh, this is a long one. Progression sounds a lot more open than recent Souls games, with the ability to freely interchange skills between a large variety of weapons. Miyazaki says that there are around 100 skills in total, which already has our minds running. How many skills did they have in Sekiro? Because I know there were a lot of them that like built on top of each other. You had like the skill tree. So I wonder what was different. What's going to be different about the skill tree here? Like it's 100 unique skills. These skills are probably an extension of the battle art system in Dark Souls 3, which gave each weapon its own signature flourish. The magic system is open to every character as well. So long as those 100 skills are distinct enough, Elden Ring is going to pump out more novelty builds than a Warhammer 40k figure painter that has no one to play with. Damn. Damn, I felt that one. I feel kind of called out right now. We'll have more ways to heal because the journeys will be much longer. There are also more resources to recover health. Are the life gems coming back? Life gems confirmed for Elden Ring? Oh, fuck yeah. A notable trend in the Soulsborne games was towards being more generous with healing items without compromising the challenge. When Demon's Souls launched, having enough grass, that game's healing item, was a nightmare, to the extent FromSoft later patched it to be much more plentiful, then designed the reusable Estus system for Dark Souls. So expect Elden Ring to be very generous with the heal juice, even as the bosses kill you regardless, yeah. Stamina's in, but less important. Oh, cool, so are we going to be more like Sekiro? Because Sekiro didn't have stamina. Here's an odd one. Stamina, usually central to second-to-second decision-making in Souls combat, is taking a back seat. Miyazaki says we wanted to make it feel less restrictive and contribute to that level of freedom more so than previous titles. Hard to know what to make of this, but we're sure Miyazaki knows best. Okay, so if stamina's taking a back seat, I'm going to assume that means that you're mostly using it for, like, weapon arts and stuff. I would assume. Like, you'll probably still have mana for spells, but I'm thinking stamina is probably just going to be for weapon arts. That's how I would imagine that would work if it's going to be less important. Classic lore delivery methods confirmed. Excellent. It's reassuring to know that From Software is keeping things subtle. Miyazaki wants to retain that sense of the player discovering things for themselves and enjoying uncovering the world both in terms of action and narrative for themselves. So expect item descriptions. Lots and lots of item descriptions. And to study the very good floor we spotted in the trailer for a couple hours. Best get that art history degree now before January 21st. Maybe that's what I'll major in. I'll major in art so that I can do a fully fledged lore analysis for Elden Ring. Excellent. So yeah, that's the article. I'll link it here if you guys want to check it out. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now, let's take a look at the Elden Ring Twitter. Like the Erd tree itself, a tarnished path reaches up to the branches of the heavens and twists down into the roots of the earth. So what do we have here? First image. This is like a big, not hilly, it's like plateaus. Also, the horse is double jumping. Do I want to screen share this? I think I do. Let's move me over to the side a bit. There we go. Maybe shrink me down a little. And then that's the browser. Let's get a window capture here on Elden Ring. And then boop. Epic. Very cool. So we have this, and then we have okay, that's not working. Twitter. What are you doing to me, buddy? There we go. Can we get that other image popping up now? There we go. Crystal Caves, bitch! Oh, that's good. That looks real fucking good. So, I'm wondering if this is gonna be... This seems a little big to be an optional area, so I imagine we're gonna have a big... One of the major areas is gonna be like a big underground cavernous place. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Let's see, do we have any more? Is there any more stuff here? Elden Ring? Yes, there is. Oh, this is from June 11th. Okay, that's... They almost went 2 whole fucking years without tweeting anything. That's amazing. Alright, we will... Let's get this pulled up for later usage. Oh yeah, Soulsborne plus Sekiro boss tier list. Let's see how expansive this is. Hello? Where are the images? Oh. Oh, quite extensive. Muy bien. Well, these are in order per game. No, wait. Bloodborne, then Demon Souls. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to make an exception here that I have not played Demon Souls, so I cannot say for myself. Let's bring me back up to normal size here. We'll check out the chat for a minute, and I want to do some predicting, some theorizing about what's going to be going on. Just general stuff, since we're going to be getting into a boss ranking. I have some theories about what they're going to be doing with some of the bosses in this game. So, let's see. Philip B says my favorite lore is the Bloodborne Old Hunters. Old Hunters probably has some of the best lore in Souls. Honestly, it's a really good story. Real Medell asks, has anyone rage quit on Souls once? I feel like I have, but I don't have a particular vivid memory of it. By the way, 8 viewers. We better have 8 likes, people. Come on, we gotta pump up those numbers. 9 viewers. Alright, come on. We gotta have 9 likes. Let's get that shit up. Peter Butler says, Dark Souls 2 may be the worst Souls game, but it says a lot when it's still a fantastic game. Damn right. Real Modella asks, what's the worst enemy in Souls? Good question. If we're talking Soulsborne in general, either the Winter Lanterns or the fucking Shark Ogres from the Fishing Hamlet. Just terrible. I mean, the fucking Shark Ogres are harder than 90% of the bosses in Bloodborne. They're just the worst. Peter Butler says the worst are the jailers in Dark Souls 3. Philip B says the Ring City Knights. Which one? Which ones? Because you have the big... What are they called again? You know, the big fat ones with the curved greatswords, and then you have the Ringed City Knights. Oh, do we have someone in the VC?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Hello,
Hello Balder. Here. Hi, how are you? I'm just reading the chat right now.
Okay. Where's everyone?
Like people in the VC? I don't know. No one's joined yet.
I mean, normally you do this with multiple people, right?
I just kind of got in here when we started, and I'd see who'd join. I figured just whoever was interested. Sometimes,
Bro, so that Elden Ring,
yeah, I usually
right?
do this. I usually just get in the stream VC after a while and then see who joins, but I usually don't plan anything. Balder, what do you think is the worst enemy in Souls? What's the worst Soulsborne enemy?
Hold on. I'm trying to think here. Like, are we talking bosses or like
Not
any
bosses,
set?
just enemies.
Oh,
Maybe you could
enemies.
count like big enemies, like mini bosses. I guess those could count.
So the one that sticks to my mind immediately is the fucking knight dude from Dark Souls 2.
The Hide Knight, like the White Knight.
I forget his name, but he was like this big beefy knight guy early on in the game.
Was he the one in the like city that's collapsing into the ocean?
Shit, was that what's going on? It's been like fucking 7 years since I played.
Okay, what color was he? What was the general?
It's like a traditional suit of armor, like silvery gray.
Mm-hmm. If I post a picture of him, will you probably recognize it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, let's have a look here. It's either... There are two that I'm thinking of, depending on how big this knight is. We talking like normal size or fucking huge? Like a large-sized creature?
I would say large. Like, not boss size, but...
Was it this guy?
No. Hold on, I'll look him up. Don't worry
Boy,
about
I think I know what it is. It was either this or it was the Dragon Rider boss.
my god, you just reminded me of that goddamn area.
I love Hyde's Tower of Flame. It's the best looking area, one of the best looking areas in the game, at least.
Oh my god. So, there's this YouTuber who did walkthroughs on Dark Souls, and I still remember, like 7 years later, when he was trying to sneak past all these fucking big guys swinging their swords, and he was like, "No, go!" And then he gets through the fog.
I know what you're talking about. I remember watching this video. Hold on a second. I know exactly what video you're talking about right now.
He's like, nah. And then he goes to the fog wall, and it's the fucking boss, and he's like, "You've got to be kidding me."
Yeah, Nova storms the tower. I remember this. I remember watching this on a field trip one time, like on the bus. I recall this.
Goddamn, I love Nova. I don't watch him that much anymore, but...
Yeah, it's been years since I watched him. Oh, Rat! I should give Rat the stream VC permission if he wants to join. I just realized he can't see this. Though, Rat, you haven't played. And I'll give it to Peter. If you want to join, you can join. Alrighty. Yeah, that's it. You've just given me a great feeling of nostalgia, Boulder.
I know, right?
Hey, Peter. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Philip B says, I hope there's a secret place to get to, like how in Bloodborne you took a horse carriage to get to Canehurst. Yeah. It sounds like there's probably going to be a secret area. Probably through one of the optional locations, you'll find a big secret area. Maybe you'll have something like Ash Lake, where you get into the roots of the Erd Tree. Though that may be a main area anyway. I think the big woman. It looks like there may be tree roots around her or something. But the Erd Tree looks like it's astral, so I don't know if that would work. I know, Real Medell, you can't wait to die a lot in Elden Ring. Peter, I only have light mode on PC. I don't care enough to change my settings on PC. I have dark mode on my phone.
I am currently using light mode.
Nice. Philip B says there can't be souls without a swamp. I think they confirmed there's a poison swamp. Hold on, let's check.
I think they did, yeah.
Is there a swamp?
There better be a swamp.
Great news. Elden Ring will feature at least 2 deadly swamps. At least 2, potentially 3 poison swamps. Excellent. Absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
I think it's on the Bandai Namco website.
Zarzu Force says, same. Demon Souls is the only one I haven't played. Yeah, because they kept it a PS3 exclusive. I never got a PS3, so I was never able to play it. Now I just have to wait for there to not be a PS5 shortage, and I can play it. Have you played a lot of PvP? No, I've barely played any, because most of the time I've never had Xbox Live or PS Plus. I have PS Plus now, so I'll probably try and do some Dark Souls 3 PvP. DS2 had arguably the best PvP in my opinion, at least the one I enjoyed most. DS3 PvP was very close. From what I played of Dark Souls 2 PvP, it was a lot of fun. Philip B, the one with 2 swords. Philip, there are a lot of enemies in Dark Souls 2 with 2 swords. There are quite a few, to be honest. Zarzu says old hunter sharks are the worst. They are just... I don't know if I've ever beaten those legitimately. I always got the Rakuyo by using the ceremonial bone blade or whatever. The thing that gets them to attack each other.
They're very unpredictable, I feel. And also they just kind of kill you if you get hit.
Yeah, you just kind of get stun-locked and die if they hit you. Zarzu said chicken leg wielding knights in the Broom Tower from Dark Souls 2 were annoying. Also the animated armors. Yes, those were a pain in the fucking ass. When they made you fight 2 at once in that little cave. That sounds really familiar. Was that No Man's Wharf with the pirate guys? I think they had dual wielding enemies in there. Girl Mandel says, can't wait to fight and die to multiple arms guy. I'm so excited to fight the arms guy. Ooh, I found some good fucking art of him the other day.
Let's have at it.
Let me go find it. Let's take a trip to Instagram. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna log in. Fuck off. Oh, Jesus. Whatever, I'll just have to open up the picture from fucking...
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to open up the picture I posted in the server the other day.
Do you have the link to the, like, official site?
Oh, wait, the official Elden Ring site?
Yeah, it's on a Bandai Namco.
Yeah, I checked it out a minute ago. Let's see, Bandai. There we go. Got you a link there, and I'll post it here for you fine people in the chat.
Nice.
Where was I? Oh, right, the art. Let me see if I can link the guy's Instagram. I'll link the post, and then look at it with the, there it is. There it is. Alright, let's have a look, people. Let's have a good look-see here. Will it show me it without having... Yes, it will. Okay, let's get rid of me for... Wait, no. Let me make sure the window capture's on. Mr. Handy Guy? Fuck yeah, bitch. Let's have a look at some good art, shall we? Boop, boop, boop. Image 2, be gone. Look at this shit. Look at how fucking good this is. This is my favorite type of art style. I follow another guy on Instagram who has a very similar art style to this. Look at how fucking cool this is. Get a load of this. Look at this. The image quality is kind of bad on PC, but it looks a lot better on my phone. I understand Instagram's really fucking terrible at, like, preserving image quality when it comes to, like, paintings, especially digital paintings. It just sucks. Yeah, good shit. Good shit. Yeah, look at this. This is delicious. And the dude has some other similar kind of art. I'm so excited.
So I'm assuming there must be some importance to, like, arms, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. This dude is gonna be one of the big location bosses. Actually, I will take this fine opportunity to, I'll just make myself disappear for a moment. I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little theorizing, a little smidgen of theorizing. So, there's like a 99% chance that the big arm guy, is one of the big area bosses. He's gonna be like the Lord Souls from Dark Souls 1. I have some theories about who the other ones are going to be. At least the red-haired lady, the Valkyrie woman, definitely one of the other ones. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
there was... Remember the reveal trailer?
Yeah.
There was that other person. I'd imagine that they would have some significance too.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be an NPC or a boss. Maybe he'll be the final boss. I don't know. Do you think the reveal trailer is going to be the opening cinematic?
It looks as if it was like the opening cinematic. It might be like part of it. Like it might not be the full thing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So him, Valkyrie lady, they're gonna be the big area bosses. The white knight, the white wolf knight guy, I could see him. That guy could be a regional boss depending on what like that big broken castle area is. Got people driving around the neighborhood. So those are probably three. I don't think the dragon's gonna be one. The dragon looks like it may even be a roaming boss, which is so fucking cool. Like imagine just going. It's like Skyrim, but it's a Souls game. So infinitely better, pretty much. Is you're just roaming around, and then suddenly a fucking lightning-throwing dragon starts fighting you. That was the coolest part of the trailer, was that he fucking grabbed the lightning bolt and threw it at you.
Yeah.
It's a real twist. We really shook things up from Dark Souls. Now the dragons are the ones using lightning. Yeah. If I can jog my memory for all the big enemies we see in the trailer, I didn't think it at first, but I think that gross, like, centipede guy, the dude that's, like, in the underground area, he's probably a boss. He's probably a boss.
I don't know. I think that just seems like a common enemy, I think.
I thought that initially, but then I looked at where they seem to be fighting him, and it seems like a boss arena almost, just based on the size of it. Kind of reminds me of the centipede mini-bosses from Sekiro. I don't know. That's one I could see going either way. Maybe it'll be like the Capra Demon, where initially it's a boss, but then you get to the Demon Ruins. Was that what they were called? I don't know why I can't remember.
It was the Demon Ruins.
Okay, thank God. The Demon Ruins in Dark Souls 1, and they're just like everywhere. Maybe like that. So that guy may be a boss. That one I'm like 50-50 on. Then you got the dude with the scorpion tail and who has like a bunch of horns for a face. That's obviously a boss.
He might be like more of a. He seems like an introduction to the an area.
That's what it seems like to me. I like how a lot of times you can kind of get the vibe for an intro boss or tutorial boss. And he has that vibe to him. So he'll probably be like an early game boss. He'll be at the start of one of the main areas. So that we got one maybe, one definitely. For these normal Wolf Knight guys, that could be another one. These also seem like another roaming encounter thing. Like I would imagine these guys would just appear. Like they're hunting you down through the wilderness and you'll just encounter them at random. Something like that. And then the big white one with the red sword, that guy's gonna be a boss. But I could see maybe you'll have repeat bosses that are random encounters. So maybe you'll occasionally get attacked by like a pack of wolf knights and that'll be a boss fight. Or they'll just be normal mini boss enemies. Dragon, definitely a boss, so that's 3 definites, 2 maybes. I'm literally just sitting here watching the trailer again.
Yeah, if I recall in the trailer, I think the dragon's quite close to the Erd tree, I think.
Let me check. Oh yeah, he is. You guys are like, he is facing towards it, and it seems like the player is like closer to the tree. So...
Oh, like... Well, I think the Erd tree might be more of a late game area.
That's what I figured. I figured the goal would be to eventually be able to enter the Erd tree or climb the Erd tree.
And that's like the that's what you have to get past if you want to actually get there.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got Scorpion Dude, the Wolfman, the Dragon. For the maybes, we have the Centipede guy. And the normal Wolf Knights, the big woman, the big lady that stabs you, 100% a boss. That's 4. Handyman, that's 5. Then you get like a flash of shit at the end of the trailer. You get like a dozen things shown to you. So we got 5 so far. The weird knight guy with the shit wrapped around him, I think that's just sort of a mini boss type. The dude with the brazier on his head, I think that's also just an enemy type. The big giant, that could be a boss. So that's another 50-50.
I think that might be a roaming encounter.
Me too.
Probably.
I like the idea of having roaming encounter bosses. It sounds so fucking cool. The moose. The ghost moose. The second coolest thing in the trailer.
Also...
That's a boss. I'm very confident saying that's a boss.
Have you seen the helmet that the guy's wearing? It kind of it reminds me of fucking Griffith's.
Oh yeah, I did
helmet.
see that. I saw some people. There was like a thing at the start of the trailer, there's like a thing sitting on a broken wall that seems to have that helmet on. So I guess that's like a, assuming he's not an NPC, that's like an outfit, or at least you can get the helmet from enemies, and he's got the claws. But yeah, that's like fucking Griffith's helmet. That is like almost a perfect match for Griffith's helmet. I was talking to someone the other day. Actually, no, I was talking yesterday, and I was like, I watched this trailer. This is the most Berserk shit I've ever seen in my life. Now that I'm actually reading Berserk, I can see all the references. So we got the moose. We got that hand thing. I think the hand. Do you think the hand thing's an enemy or a boss?
I think it's kind of like a. I think it's probably just a tough enemy or a mini boss.
The cart, I think that... I'm not sure. I thought that may just be like an environmental hazard. The cart thing. Maybe it'll be like the chariot from Dark Souls 2. We have the Cyclops. I'm not sure. The fact that it's in a cutscene almost leads me to believe it's going to be a boss fight. The giant, the big giant. We have this big weird three-fingered hand. That may be an NPC based on the fact that it's grabbing you.
I think it's like an NPC kind of thing. Yeah, it looks like the player character is like there, present.
Yeah, we have this angel guy. Some people think he may be a boss. I'm not sure. It seems more like just an enemy type. Like you may get invaded by these, especially since he's glowing.
I mean, yeah, but also like it seems like a pretty like that thing seems animated like pretty damn well. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
so that may actually be a boss. So what, we have like a potentially at least 15 bosses that we've been shown just in this trailer. Yeah, fun stuff. Very fun stuff.
I'm gonna have to like look at this shit as well. Just dive up with some.
So, I'm hoping, like with the quality of a lot of the bosses in Sekiro and Bloodborne, I am hoping that we're gonna get like a Dark Souls 2 quantity of bosses with like Dark Souls 3 quality.
I'm just happy for that Elden Ring news update guy can finally.
Yeah, I know, right? Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, let's get back to reading the chat, shall we? Damn, we really dropped in viewers. Holy shit. Real Medell, when are we watching the Remarkable Republican video? I don't know, we may watch that tomorrow. I'll see when Griever's free to stream. Philip said, Dark Souls 3, the Ringed Knight with 2 curved greatswords. He has fire. Oh yeah, I remember those were pretty tough. Real Medell says, remember Blighttown? How could I forget Blighttown? How would it be physically possible for me to forget about Blighttown? I mean, really. Can I link that picture in the chat? Sure. Let's see if it pulls up again. Yeah. This dude is really good. I recommend following him. I hope he does more. I hope him and the other guy I follow start doing a lot of art for stuff from the trailer. Red Hood said, my sleep paralysis demon looks cooler. The funny thing is about the arm guy is with the initial design, I'm like, damn, that's kind of weird. And then I saw the fan art and I was like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Like, it was a design I wasn't super crazy over at first. And then upon just seeing, like, one interpretation of it and an art style I really like, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Aspen says, I hope there's an endgame boss that openly roams around the world that you can fight anytime. That sounds so cool. Maybe the dragon, it's not like a guardian
Yeah, that's what I was
thing.
thinking the dragon was.
A dragon,
you know how, like,
sounds like a roaming endgame boss.
Like, you know how, Breath of the Wild, how you can, like, technically just go to the end of the game at the start?
I'm vaguely aware of what's in Breath of the Wild, but I think,
well, you can go to the end of the game at the start of the game, like, basically. As soon as, like, you get off, like, the tutorial, you can just go straight there.
Fun.
I'm thinking maybe there would be something like that, like where you're able to because it's open world, you might be just able to. I'm not sure if there's going to be certain things that lock you to do that, or maybe you have to fight a dragon, and that dragon's like kind of the. You get past this, sure, you have the opportunity to end the game quickly, but.
Interesting. Philip says the hands may be an enemy, and then says, I hope like in Bloodborne, you kill a boss, you can get their weapon and armor. I prefer the Dark Souls 3-ish method, which is, I killed a boss, I get their soul, I can go back to the hub, there's a guy I can buy a boss weapon from, and there's also another person I can get his armor set from. He also says, I want the multiple arms guy's weapon. That axe is pretty cool. Also, he fucking melds a dragon head to his other, like, main arm to use a flamethrower. Oh, I'm so excited for this game.
I don't know what they're on when they're making these designs, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I assume he just looks through Berserk again and he's like, what's really weird shit in here? And how can I make this weirder? Or it's a Celtic mythology thing. Because this is supposed to have a lot of Celtic and Norse inspirations. So maybe it's something from that. I think the prosthetic arm thing may be something from... I think there's a guy from Celtic mythology who has a silver arm or something. I don't remember his name. Yeah. Let's get on with the boss ranking, shall we? Let's do a little boss ranking. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up... I'm going to move Studio into a different window so that I can look at it without getting interrupted. And then we are going to have a little look-see here. Whoop. Let's not move the chat. That wasn't intentional. Let's shrink me down a bit. Can we get the perfect ratio? No, fuck you. Perfect. We'll move the chat if it's necessary. Let's have a look here.
So.
Oh, hello, Griever. I'm doing a Soulsborne boss ranking right now on a tier list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were just talking about Elden Ring. I read some news stuff about it, did a little bit of prediction stuff, and now we're going to get into this boss ranking. I have not played Demon Souls, so we're going to ignore those, unfortunately.
There you go.
Let's start off. It seems like they have them organized by game. What was that, Griever?
I haven't gotten far enough in any of the Souls games other than Demon Souls, so I'm not going to be of much help when it comes to ranking the bosses.
Nice.
I've played...
Did you actually beat Demon Souls?
No, I've never actually beaten a Souls game. I own Bloodborne, and I haven't played it yet. I tried to, but I got a little confused. Honestly, the Souls game style, as I said, hard learning curve, and I never really got the knack of it before I ended up moving on to something else.
I see.
Like at the time, like when like Dark Souls 3 came out, I think it was, maybe it was Dark Souls 2, I'm not sure. When one of those came out, it was like Arkham City came out and like a Red Dead game, and like there were so many other, like a Skyrim DLC. There was like just so many other things that I had that I wanted to play. Maybe it was like the Insane Trilogy of Crash Bandicoot. Like there were so many other things I was really wanted to jump into, and so it sort of took a back seat because, you know, you get frustrated, you're not very good at the game at first, of course, and then it's sort of like, well, I want to play this new game more, I want to play the new Sonic game, or I want to play the new this or the new that, and it's like, okay. So
yeah, I get.
And most of the games that I play, like I think I put 144 hours into Final Fantasy 15. So I mean that was my life for a month, right?
Yeah. Real Medell says when the dragon grabs the lightning, that was a highlight. That's my personal highlight, is the lightning throwing dragon. That's the coolest thing from the trailer. Also, 10 viewers. Let's pump that up to 10 likes, people. Alright, let's get into this shit. So it seems to be organized by game, so we have Bloodborne bosses first. It seems we start off with the One Reborn boss. Here's how I'm going to go about this. C tier is for very meh, unremarkable bosses. D tier is for bosses that make me want to break my controller. Not because they're hard, but because they're frustrating for bad reasons, as in they're not well designed. So Celestial Emissary, C tier. Ebrietas, pretty good, I guess. The frenzy shit is kind of annoying. Amygdala, B tier.
Are you
First
putting
D
them
tier,
in the tiers
Micolash.
right now? Are you putting them in the tiers right now?
Yeah, I'm
Or-
doing it right now. It should be updating in a minute. Oh wait, I forgot. Someone mentioned I can switch from top chat to live chat, which is apparently different. I don't know. There we go, people. So now we got live chat. So it should be updating faster, I think. I'm gonna assume that's how that works. Murgo's Wet Nurse, cool. Not cool enough to be. How much do I like Marigo's Wet Nurse? Because Marigo's Wet Nurse is really easy, but really cool. We'll put him above Ebrietas. Gurman. Oh. The first S tier boss. I know a lot of people's
I knew
favorites
you
are the
were-
DLC bosses, but holy shit. Oh my god, is Gurman such a good boss fight. It's unreal. That music...
I'm still waiting for that. Sorry.
For the one guy to react to Gurman the First Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I commented on his Ludwig video. Actually, I think Fine checked this out in a previous stream. I commented on his video for the Ludwig OST, and my comment has like 1,000 likes. So, I feel pretty good about that one. I think the only thing I've ever done that's also gotten 1,000 likes was my Toji discussion video. That's the only other thing I've done that's gotten that many likes.
Still very well done. Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, Gurman is just so fucking good. Like, a lot of people like the DLC bosses, and I love the DLC bosses, but Gurman with that OST just fucking hits different. Moon Presence, also like another B tier boss. They're kind of gangly and a little annoying, like they're kind of hard to see what they're doing at times. And they're also really easy when you don't get freaked out by the health thing. Ludwig, A tier. I don't have the same, like, adoration for Ludwig as I do for Gurman, but it's still a really good boss. I don't know if I've ever beaten Ludwig by myself, like, without summoning one of the NPC hunters. I'm not sure if I've actually done that. I may have done it, like, once, but I can't vividly recall it, so I'm really not sure. Oh yeah, Griever. When would you be free to stream that video we were gonna react to last week? Cause I'm free tomorrow. And also tonight. I mean, whenever you're good, I guess. Peter, what's your favorite?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah,
Yes? Sorry about that.
when are you free to stream, like, for us to do that reaction stream? Because I'm free,
Oh.
like, rest of today, I'm free tomorrow, like, all day.
Yeah, I should be relatively free today or tomorrow, whatever time really realistically works for you.
Okay, I can do
So-
tonight, honestly. I could do it tonight. There you
Okay,
go,
I mean,
Romeo. We'll see if we can do it tonight.
Yeah, we'll see if we can after we're done here or whatever, miss. Just message me a rough time if you gave me, I don't know, I guess 8:30, 9 o'clock start time, like my time, okay for you, or
Yeah,
that'd be like
that's
7:30
fine.
or 8.
9 o'clock for your time. Yeah, like 8 o'clock my time. That works fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll tentatively say that right now, and if it changes, Misc and I'll be talking in the DMs and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So.
Living failures. Let's see. Some of these are just kind of placed very randomly, to be honest. There. Cleric Beast, very good early game boss. Would you agree, Peter?
I would agree. I think it is a good introduction, but I don't think it is as good as Gascoigne. I think Gascoigne is probably the perfect introduction to Bloodborne.
Well,
in
I think
terms of the
they're
boss.
both they're the introduction for the two different types of bosses. Although to be fair, the cleric beast is a much more common type of boss. Because we only get like 3 hunter bosses. At least like not in the dungeons. In the Chalice dungeons, you get a few. You get like the keeper, the keeper of the old lords. I think you get like 1 or 2 other hunter bosses.
There's that madman guy. There's Gurman. There's fucking Maria.
Yeah.
I
So
couldn't
you really
remember
only have. Oh, you have the Shadows of Yharnam. So you kind of get like 4 hunter bosses in the the game itself, and then you get like a few more in the Chalice dungeons. Maria, top of A. The way I'm gonna do this, folks. S tiers for my favorite boss in each respective game. That's what the S tier is gonna be. Orphan of Cause. Oh, I've gotten a lot better at fighting the Orphan of Cause, but I've never felt like I've mastered it. Like, I don't think I ever go into the boss knowing for certain that I understand how to beat it. So I'm not really sure where to put it here. It's definitely... Is he harder than Ludwig? It's hard for me to say. I feel like I kind of have to put him A. Because he's really hard, but not for bad reasons. Unlike Lawrence, who goes in the D tier because of your fucking hitboxes. Fuck you, Lawrence. Fighting you is literally never enjoyable. Gascoigne will also be A tier. Bloodstarved Beast, B. Vicar Amelia will also be B tier. Witch of Hemwick, C tier. Shadows of Yharnam. I quite like the Shadows of Yharnam, actually. Rom, meh. Martyr Logarius, actually pretty solid. Pretty good. Dark Beast Parl. I like Dark Beast Parl. Probably the coolest looking boss in the game. And, well, would you look at that? I've ranked all the Bloodborne bosses. I thought there were more. How strange. Half of this is just going to be Dark Souls 2 bosses. Just from the sheer mass of them. Once again, unfortunately, have to skip Demon Souls. I've seen...
Are the Sekiro bosses on there?
They are. They're at the bottom of the list.
Okay, because I was so curious to play that game. That one intrigues me because I love, of course, we all love Japanese, you know.
Yeah, we
style.
love Japanese here? Where would you have gotten that impression?
Oh yeah, not at all. We're all about the Northern European. That's right.
Well, we're gonna be getting a lot of fucking Northern European next year.
There we go.
Elden
See,
Ring.
that is the one thing that I did. I'm sorry that I sort of missed out on the craze, but I'll eventually play Dark Souls. Is the fact that it reminds me sort of of Assassin's Creed, because everything, like every year you get a new, you get to jump into something different.
Yeah.
You know. And I really love that aspect. And it seems like it's the same with Dark Souls. They almost sort of theme it a little bit here and there.
Yeah, like the first 3 Dark Souls had very similar... Actually, I would say Dark Souls 2 had a fairly different vibe. I'm not sure what exactly the vibe is, but it was different from Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 3 is pretty similar to Dark Souls 1. But Bloodborne, you have like a Victorian Lovecraftian thing. And then with Sekiro, you had fucking... What was it? Sengoku era ninjas and samurai?
Yep.
Like...
Yep.
And now we're getting Norse and Celtic
Bloodborne was more
mythology.
Gothic.
Yeah, Bloodborne's Gothic.
Gothic, yeah. Or Victorian, as you pointed out. That's more specific.
Yeah. Let's get into the Dark Souls 1 bosses, starting with Dark Sun Gwendolyn. They're okay. I like them a little better than Ram. Like, the hallway thing's kind of neat, but... Priscilla, barely a boss fight, to be totally honest. I mean, better than a few of these, but like... Basically, just where are the footprints, walk around till you find them, and then smack a bitch. Stray Demon, Okay, most of these are going to be better than The Witch of Hamwick. That's like the bottom tier for barely a boss fight, but isn't unenjoyable to play. Ceaseless. Bottom of C. Actually, for some reason, is it just me or do a lot of the early Dark Souls 1 bosses have gimmicks that you can use to beat them really easily?
Like who? I guess like Taurus Demon, yeah.
The Taurus Demon? I think the first time I ever fought the Taurus Demon, I was about to die and then it jumped off the bridge.
Yeah. It does tend to do that. And it's like you can speedrunners easily like abuse that as well.
Yeah, I bet. Well, maybe not a lot, but it seems like a lot of them, they just have a trick. Maybe it's because I watched walkthroughs, but quite a few of the early game bosses have like a trick that just makes them really fucking easy.
I mean, yeah, some of them have very distinct weaknesses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
well, the Taurus Demon can jump off the bridge. The gargoyles summon Solaire.
Not even that. Like if you just have a fucking buffed weapon, you just destroy.
Yeah.
Them.
With the Asylum Demon, if you start off with the bombs, you can just use all of them and it'll die. Well, also with the Asylum Demon, you have the jumping attack. The Asylum Demon is just really easy, but I mean it's the tutorial boss. So, the Moonlight Butterfly, summon the Witch, kills it very quickly. Capra Demon, you can kill it without going into the arena. Ceaseless, if you can bait it into the jumping attack, just hit its arm a bunch, and then he'll just die. It's that easy. Easy money. Demon Fire Sage, better than Stray Demon. Centipede Demon, I barely remember fighting the Centipede Demon, to be honest.
To be fair, it's kind of a difficult boss just in terms of having room and also the camera.
Yeah, like I remember you have a very small arena with fucking lava everywhere and the thing is just flailing all over the place. It takes up all of the camera space. Olade, I have not played Demon Souls yet, so I can't rank the Demon Souls boss. I'm waiting on my PS5 so I can play the Demon Souls remake. I've been waiting for like 6 fucking months now, and I still haven't gotten it. Hey, we're at 10 likes. Nice.
You know, well for some.
Pinwheel. Wait, no. The Bed of Chaos. Obviously an S tier boss, am I right? Yeah.
You can't even joke about it.
No, you can't even joke about it. Pinwheel. Pinwheel is just so shit. It's like the easiest boss in the series. Wait, no. Tell me, is he easier than King Allant? Have you played Demon Souls or no?
I have played I have played Demon Souls. King Allant is
the true King Allant.
Talk about like the true King Allant. Yeah. No, that's definitely easier. Like I don't even think you can.
How do you don't think you can lose?
Yeah, like I'd be surprised honestly, but what's it called? Yeah, like that's literally like intentionally easy though, whereas like Pinwheel's like meant to pose a threat.
True King Allant, it's like, oh my god, you're like a pathetic literal pile of shit. Well, with the Pinwheel, it's just like, what is your purpose? Why are you here?
And also Pinwheel happens to just give one of the like strongest like fucking upgrades that you can get.
Yeah,
well.
And you're never sure which. Oh right, the Rite of Kindling.
The Rite of Kindling, yeah.
Very, very important. Olade, why? Because I never owned a PS3 and I'm waiting for an opportunity to get a PS5. I've just literally never had an opportunity to play Demon Souls before, but I'm very excited to. I very much want to play Demon Souls. Hopefully I'll be able to play it before Elden Ring comes out. And I'll do some shit.
And there was only one version of a PS4 that could let you play PS3 games, so
yeah.
You know.
I don't even think they have Demon Souls on what's it called, PS Now.
No, they don't. But like, there was one version of the PS4 that came out that can play PS3 discs. Because I know, because I do it all the time.
Yeah.
So I own one, but it was very rare, and they never released it since. So actually, I have a terabyte or a 3 terabyte drive hooked up to my PS4 because unfortunately, the one I bought, the PS4 I bought, was one of the first ones, and it had such a small memory. So now I need to, like, I hook up a terabyte drive to it to store the game data. Yeah. It's very irritating. Like, I like the ability to play PS3 games, but sort of irritating, honestly.
Let's see. Gravelord Nito. Real fucking Nito. Cool guy. Maybe the coolest boss in Dark Souls 1. The giant skeleton made of skeletons. We're going full circle here. A real Elden Ring of bosses, Peter. We started off... Well, no, we didn't start. We had a skeleton made of skeletons, and now we have a man whose arms are made of arms. Time is a flat circle.
Yeah, they do like to have their bosses with masses of things. Like even like Leechmonger or fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess start off with Leechmonger, because it's just a thing made out of leeches. Seath the Scaleless, he's alright. I don't know, I don't remember if I've ever actually managed to cut off his tail before. I think I may have once.
It's very difficult because when, like, he just turns, so, like, you have to bait out in a certain attack so he doesn't turn. And if he turns, then, like, you're just shit out of luck.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of get into a groove between his tails, and I think him turning will pull you with him. But you have to stand back to, like, towards the edge of his tail in order to cut it off. Sif.
It's a lot of weight, and also, like, you have to, like, wait till he gets close to the primordial crystal and then break it so he gets stunned, so you can get a few free hits in.
Sif. I've noticed that a lot of Bloodborne bosses are way better than most of the Dark Souls bosses. Actually, a lot of Dark Souls 1 bosses are not that great in comparison to later entries.
They're very iconic, though.
They are iconic.
That's the thing.
Asylum Demon. Better than the Stray Demon, to be honest. That explosion attack that he has is so fucking annoying. Oh good, we can see the whole tier list, I think. Alright, I wasn't sure if the chat was cutting it off, but it seems like we are good. Four Kings. Very kind of okay boss. I think I always fucking cheese it and wear Havel's armor when I go in, so that I don't get staggered. But it's cool. Like, the way the environment fucks with your perception is actually really neat. And I like their design. Sanctuary Guardian. Also a pretty good boss. Yeah, we'll put you up there, actually. Sanctuary Guardian's really solid. Knight Artorias. S tier boss. There you go. Black Dragon Calamite, A tier boss. There you go. These DLC entries, pretty fucking good. Manus, another A tier boss. Do I like him more than Calamite? Yeah. Gwyn? Gwyn, you're really easy to parry though. So you're kind of cheesed really easily. B tier. Top of B tier, we'll have Gwyn. Top of B tier for now. Taurus Demon, better than most of these guys. Where were we? Bell Gargoyles. Another. Wait, did I grab the Bell Gargoyles? Okay, I did. Another. Why is it doing this? Another pretty good early game boss. Again, another iconic entry. Moonlight Butterfly. Meh. You're more of a boss. Nah, are you more of a boss than those? Yeah, we'll put you below the Stray Demon. Capra Demon. Oh, Is Capra Demon a fuck you boss, Peter? Do you think Capra Demon's like, fuck this boss, this shitty arena, and these dog enemies?
Yeah, it's kind of fuck this boss because it's not even a hard boss. It's just the arena and then just the two dogs that jump. But you get rid of the dogs, it's not really hard.
Yeah,
But he
those
does have,
fucking dogs.
he does have one attack that is so deadly though. If you don't dodge the right.
Which one was that? Was that the jumping attack?
No, it's not even that. It's he does like a 180 if you dodge too early.
Yeah. He does the spinning attack. I remember now. Like he attacks to spin around back to face you. I think.
Which is a very annoying attack when you get hit by it.
Gaping Dragon, pretty decent, pretty good. I like the Gaping Dragon. Quelaag, pretty good. Yeah, we'll put you around Vicar Amelia territory. Iron Golem. Listen, we like the Iron Golem for Tarkus. That's the only reason we like the Iron Golem. Well, no, it's not like it's a bad boss, but you have fucking Tarkus. Basically, you look forward to fighting the Iron Golem because you want to see if Tarkus can knock it off the building. We'll put you there. Ornstein and Smo. I mean, come on. Come on! You guys already know what's up. So, I think that's all the Dark Souls 1 bosses. Nice. Let's check out the chat, and then we'll get on to the Dark Souls 2 bosses. Real Medell says the fat demon in Dark Souls 2 lore is he tried to get a woman by getting fat and eating, then he turned into a demon. Yeah, the covetous demon. Funny how that works out. Remember, kids, if you try to get a woman to like you, don't eat a bunch and become fat. It won't work, and you'll turn into a big slug monster. Though it is kind of enjoyable. Not enjoyable. Adorable. Oh, yeah, because I was reading Did You Enjoy Demon Souls? And I fucking mixed the words up. Let's see. Real Medell, you keep repeating the same comments. I think you may have an issue. Aspen says, Bed of Chaos, best boss in Soulsborne. Yeah, as Peter said, I don't think that's one you can even, like, ironically joke about. I don't think that's one you can really do. It's just that fucking bad. I don't think I've ever had a run on Bed of Chaos that hasn't fucking sucked. Oh shit, Rat playing Dark Souls 1? As we speak? Rat, are you still selecting your class right now, Rat? If you want to do like a base... Oh, wait, he's going to find out. Okay, did you select your class yet? What did you pick? Well, this is exciting. Oh, boy.
See, I think there's 3 options if you're first starting.
Yeah, so you want to start off with either the Warrior. The Warrior's the one that has the, not the Knight set, he has the lighter stuff. It's literally the basic class. You either want to do the Warrior, the Bandit for big strength, or you want to do the Pyromancer because they're level 1. So your level ups are much cheaper. You get like a half-decent weapon, though you should get the Reinforced Club. I forget where that is. Do you buy that from the Merchant in the Undead Burg?
The Reinforced Club?
Yeah, I think you do. Or you get a Pyromancy Flame, and Pyromancy is really useful because it doesn't have the same requirements as most other magic does. And you get a few... I think there are a few buff spells that you can get. I know you get Power Within. I don't remember who you get that from.
You get it in Blighttown.
Yeah. And do they also have Flame Weapon in Dark Souls 1?
They do not. That was in Dark Souls 2.
Damn. Oh well, Pyromancy's pretty good. So if you want to have cheap level ups from the start, you should go Pyromancer and also get like some magic. Bandit is just the strong, and Warrior is a very general class, so you can just kind of go wherever you decide to go from there.
Thief is an option. It's just they're very weak at the start because you have the fucking bandit.
What kind of build do you
Optimal.
want to go for? You don't have the big stupid. Well, no, you have a couple, but you don't really have as many of the giant, ridiculous great swords like you have in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 has like multiple fucking absurd Dragon Slayer Buster swords. I don't think you don't really get anything that crazy in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 was where they started getting super anime. Where were we? Olade says best in Soulsborne series is Bloodborne, Sekiro, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3. That's top 4 for me. Which is not being included here. Dark Souls 1 and 2. I guess from like a pure gameplay, well, Demon Souls? Guys, what's the really good stuff about Demon Souls? Why is Demon Souls so good? I understand what is it actually? Like, what does
Lore.
it do better than the other Souls games? I'm curious since I haven't
Lore
played it.
is amazing.
The lore is really good. Is it better than the other Souls games?
It's on par with Dark Souls 1, I'd say.
Well, shit, I'm very excited that I don't know much about the lore at all. Listen, people, if I figure out a good way to do it, if I can figure out how to like record shit on my PS5, we may be getting Demon Souls lore videos. Yeah.
Yeah, so other good aspects is just the level design. Level design is tight. It's very good.
Is it like Dark
Um,
Souls 1, but then you also have different worlds you go to from the hub? I understand you have the different arc stones.
Well, yeah. It's not interconnected, obviously, but
Olade says the atmosphere as the
Yeah,
best
atmosphere is
atmosphere
also-
in the Soulsborne series. I heard, was that why a lot of people didn't like the remake, was because it didn't have the same atmosphere, it wasn't as spooky?
I still think it has really good atmosphere in the remake because
Yeah.
I've played it. Like I played both versions.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the atmosphere is still very good. I still think it has. Like there's this one moment in the tutorial where it I'm actually not sure if this is in the original, but I noticed it in the remake. Like you go up to like a fucking drop, you know, like those drop fucking door cage cell things.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not accessible, but like you can hear fucking the not the stray demon, I forgot what it's called. But you know the tutorial boss, you can hear
Yeah,
it.
you can hear the
and you can
Vanguard
hear
Demon.
Yeah, Vanguard demon. That's what it's called. Like stuff like that, I feel like goes a long way.
Yeah,
Um,
I get what you mean.
and obviously it just looks beautiful, so that also helps.
Yeah.
I would say I haven't played enough Dark Souls games to know this. I've seen them played and stuff, but I honestly felt like Demon Souls had more in common with Bloodborne than it did with the actual Dark Souls games. And due to the horror aspect that I was getting, the creepy closing in, the claustrophobia seemed to be really heavy
Yeah,
in Demon
Bloodborne's
Souls.
very claustrophobic.
Yeah, and I don't know. Peter can probably tell me more because I haven't played Demon Souls since it first came out. So I mean, but it to me, from what I remember, it was very grayscale. It was very dark, and it was very something was looming over you at all times. Like it just felt like claustrophobic more than that. And when I was watching other people, like friends and stuff, play the Dark Souls games, I was like, this seems more not lighthearted, but this seems more open, a little more brighter, a little more less. Like they took some of the horror element out and they put more of the medieval fighting combat in. But Peter can probably tell you more if that's accurate.
Yeah, I would probably agree, especially the like horror aspect. I think the horror aspect is more prevalent in Demon Souls compared to Dark Souls. Although areas like New Londo in Dark Souls 1, I still get fucking scared going through there. It's probably because of just the water. The water just freaks me out. I don't know why. But Yeah. But like Demon Souls is kind of like fucking like think of Dark Souls as like scariest places, and it's like all throughout, like almost.
What's the scariest location in Dark Souls 1? Probably Tomb of the Giants?
Tomb of the Giants or New Londo, I think personally.
Yeah, or
But,
yeah, actually, no, New Londo may be creepier. Yeah. And
Ash
for
Lake,
Bloodborne, I think the
kinda
creepiest area is Yahar Ghul. After the well, no, actually, it's kind of different vibes. Like before the Red Moon, Yahar Ghul is like, what the fuck is going on here? This place is so goddamn eerie. It's one of the few locations that's not the hub that has an OST playing all the time. And you're not sure if it's
Yeah.
actually the OST or if it's actually like people chanting shit from inside the buildings. And then post Red Moon Yahar Ghul is like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, especially the amygdalas.
Yeah,
just
once
fucking
it's like the amygdalas are everywhere. You have the, what are they called? The overstuffed coffins? I don't remember what the name of the enemy is.
It's something like that. I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, that had, yeah, that had that going on. Yeah, Rat. If we're gonna start, you get the master key. You always get the fucking master key.
Yeah, it's called the Cramped Casket. That's what it's called.
Yeah, the cramped caskets. Those are probably the that does a big thing. That contributes a lot to the vibe of Yahar Ghul. Aspenlog said, I have PTSD over the Four Kings. When I first played, I had this crappy knife and couldn't do enough damage to kill it before I started healing. Took me forever. How early on in the game were you when you tried fighting them? Olade said, Sekiro has the best combat? Yes, it does. I think
It's so
Sekiro
fluid.
combat is more satisfying than previous Souls games.
Very fluid. It's because
The parrying mechanic.
especially the earlier Souls games, they're very clunky, I guess is the way to put it. Like the thing, it's like things are much slower. Things are like you have to commit to more moves.
Yeah.
Whenever you do them, like whereas like Sekiro, you can kind of think on the fly and mix things up. It's just the combat style suits the game that's in.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alright, now we've caught up with the chat. Let's get into the bosses from my favorite Souls game, Dark Souls 2. Skeleton Lords. They're kind of meh. They're in this category of bosses that are just kind of there, but they're skeletons, so I like them a lot. We'll put them kind of high, actually. They're actually not that bad in terms of the bosses that are just kind of there. I remember, because it was my first time playing through a Souls game, I recall some of my grandparents, because I have my mom's parents and then my dad's parents. So my mom's parents were visiting, and they were actually the ones who had gotten me Dark Souls 2 as a gift. So they were there when I was playing through it, and I was like, alright, I gotta beat the Skeleton Lords. We're gonna see if I can beat the fucking Skeleton Lords while my grandparents are here, and I did. I think I dual-wielded maces and then applied the magic ooze to one of them. I think I'd watched a tutorial, and that was the strategy. Who's next? Covetous Demon. Listen, some of these bosses are so fucking easy, you just have to put them down here. It's like Pinwheel. Mytha. I don't like her.
See, that's
Actually, I like the environmental aspect of Mytha. That you can change the boss environment if you explore the area more.
See, the thing is, I see a lot of people complain about the fact, like, oh, no one would have known that. Like, just go up with a torch and
just
set on
fucking
fire.
walk up to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if you did pay attention enough, you probably could. But maybe I don't know. Maybe there could have been like a dark area or something like that like needed a torch beforehand, and you're still holding the torch, so like you're more likely to run into that on your own.
Yeah.
But
Smelter Demon, one of the better fights in Dark Souls 2. Is this the basic Smelter Demon? Do we have the... Oh, we do have Mark II. Okay, cool. Yeah, I quite like the Smelter Demon a bit. That's honestly the highlight of the Iron Keep. Old Iron King, fuck you. Sorcerer, Scorpioness, Najka, you're alright, I guess. Royal Rat Authority, fuck you.
absolute
Duke's Dear Freya, fuck you
terrible
because you're a spider, that's gross. Prowling Magus, fuck you. Royal Rat Vanguard, The Last Giant, meh. Kinda meh boss, to be honest. The Rotten, yeah, they're alright. The Rotten's pretty good. We'll put them up there. Papacy. I like that you can cut their arms off.
yeah. Like I feel like that's such an interesting boss because like it's just kind of there's like a mystery behind it. That,
Yeah,
like,
I remember when I was doing my my Dark Souls 2 lore thing last summer, I got to the part with the gutter in Black Gulch, and I was like, is the Rotten Pharos? Is it the king from the Sunken City? Who the fuck knows? I assume it's Pharos because we got the Pharos Lockstone, and he was like, yeah, he dropped one. I think there was some other stuff that really heavily hinted that it was Pharos. I can't remember it all off the top of my head. It's been a little while.
He tried to like fix that statue.
Yeah,
and
it seemed
got
like he was
mad
the
when-
one that had made the statues. The Dragon
I don't know,
Riders.
there's a lot of
Dragon Riders, like plural, are just kind of annoying. Looking Glass Knight, cooler Dark Souls 2 boss, one of the cooler ones. We'll put him there. Demon of Song, kinda neat, I guess. Do I like them more than the Rotten? Not really. Velstadt. Oh, my fucking cats are acting up now. Son of a bitch. Velstadt is
I like Velstadt a
B
lot,
tier.
but
Velstadt is fantastic.
had a very hard time on my first playthrough.
Alright, I gotta go feed my fucking cats now. They're being obnoxious. Oh, wait, no, I can just move their bowls. Yeah, you think you're so fucking clever?
Well, hi, Peter. How you doing?
Hello, Graver. Guess we gotta fill in.
Yes, we have to fill in. We should do one of our classic British versus Irishman debates just to really piss off the chat. I was so glad that you showed up in the food and cooking. I was like, that's not tea. Where's the milk? Where's the fucking milk? And I was like, right here. That was so perfectly timed. I just poured a cup of tea.
No, I was drinking one at the time, but it was basically done. So.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I mean, once in a while, have you ever actually have you had black tea before?
I have, but it's just not as good. I don't think.
Right. It's not as good. It's drinkable and it's still flavorful, but it's not like milk makes it better.
Like obviously, like if it's like say peppermint tea or green tea, I'm not gonna have milk with it. But like if it's just like tea,
Yeah.
Fascinating.
it needs milk.
Most of the tea I drink is orange pico. So I don't know if that's a thing that you guys have in Ireland.
Probably, but haven't come across it.
Oh, okay. Well, usually if I have the opportunity, it's a little expensive. I get some stuff from Yorkshire, and that's somewhere in Wales or something like that. I'm not really sure where, but it's imported here in Canada, and that's what I end up picking up, and I find that's my favorite tea. I don't know what it is, if it's an English breakfast or an Earl Grey or an Orange Pekoe. I have no idea, but it's one of my favorite teas I've ever had. So definitely European tea for me. I don't really care for green tea very much.
Alrighty, people. Where was I? Guardian Dragon. They're kind of okay. They're an alright boss. Giant Lord. They're cool, but the one-shotting shit, not cool. That is not cool, actually.
I had to get like every one of his moves and tails down to a
I think
T
I had to watch
beat
a
him.
tutorial. Just stay around his feet, fucking dodge every time it looks like he's moving, and you won't die.
Like, I remember, like, I knew exactly when to dodge when he was doing that fucking back sweep attack. That
That one.
ass attack.
That one he used a lot. I remember the times I can recall fighting him. I remember the backslash being used quite a bit. Let's see. Ancient Dragon. You want to know something, people? You want to know a little factoid, Peter?
Go on.
I have literally never fought the Ancient Dragon.
I did it once, just to say I did it.
I think I tried one time, and then I died, like, instantly.
Yeah, he's... It was, like, I get that, like, oh, fun, it's a challenge or
It's a
whatever, but,
big
like, it was
challenge
just,
dragon.
it's kind of, like, to a ridiculous degree.
Isn't
like, it
he, in
wasn't, like,
theory,
a...
the hardest boss in that whole game?
Yeah, because... it's not like, oh, like, Midir in Dark Souls 3, where, like, that was, like,
It was an
the final
actual
challenge.
fair challenge.
Yeah, like, whereas, like, that was just like, oh, you get hit once, you die.
Yeah.
Like,
Did they nerf that thing? I think I heard that they had to fucking nerf it in an update.
I'm not sure, but I know that, like, when you got 5 Giant Souls, it was significantly easier.
Yeah. Wait, the Giant Souls affected the Ancient Dragon?
Yeah, you did more damage and shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that only happened with Vendrick. Speaking of... Vendrick is kind of neat. Bottom of E, I like Vendrick for 2 reasons. It's kind of like, it's like a mix between Gwyn and, True King Allant. And that, like, he's kind of pathetic. Like, it's very depressing when you get to Vendrick. But he hits you like a fucking truck. Also, the Giant Soul thing is an interesting mechanic. But he doesn't really have a lot of variety in his moves. And as long as you're able to dodge... you're gonna be fine. It's mostly just like, geez, like, you've spent the entire game hearing, like, what a huge fucking mungus badass Vendrick is, and then you get to him, and it's like, oh, fuck. It's depressing.
Yeah, I feel like that moment really encapsulates, like, fucking Dark Souls in general, because, like, it just... like, all the glory of, like, of a kingdom that was once there is just fucking gone.
Yeah.
Also, I like to preface that I am wrong about the Giant Soul thing, about the Ancient Dragon. I forgot that you just get a Giant Soul from him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm wrong about it. It only...
Yeah, I think another thing that's really good is when you step into his little room, the OST starts playing, and the selective use of soundtracks in the Souls series is always really great, because for the most part it's only boss fights and the hub areas have OSTs, so when you go to some place that's neither of those things, this one's technically not a boss fight yet, it always hits really hard. So when you step foot into Vendrick's room, and he's just this big hollow that's just kind of wandering around, and it's very, like, kind of... I don't know what the vibe for it is. Like, it's not depressing. It's like a hollow theme. Like, the music feels very hollow.
I'm trying to think of like melancholy, I guess.
Yeah, maybe melancholy would be the word for it. You get it supports the sort of feeling of emptiness, disappointment, maybe. Not disappointment in that, oh man, I came all the way here and he's just like this piece of shit. It's, oh my god, like, I've come all this way, I've seen all of the things that this guy has done, and here he is now in this state. Holy shit. Man, I love Dark Souls 2. Throne Guardians. Oh, is that the Throne Watcher? Oh, I didn't know they had a name.
Yeah.
I've just always called them the Throne Watcher and Throne Defender. Nice!
To be fair, I haven't heard Throne Guardian.
They are very good, actually. They're pretty... Oh, yes, I would put them this high. They are actually... They're the best of the 3 final bosses. Take something from that which you will. Pursuer... Oh man, you know what the Pursuer is? I've realized it because I've seen it from other people's playthroughs. The Pursuer is a boss designed to make sure whether or not you have what it takes to play the rest of the game. If you can't beat the Pursuer, you're not gonna make it through the rest of this game.
It's like how Gascoigne was kind of like a... what's called
It's a test.
I guess skill check. Yeah, it's like a test.
It's a skill check. Like, it's funny because I just got Dark Souls 3 on my PS4 the other day, so I was looking at the achievements, and only like 80% of the people have beaten Gundyr, only like 60% have beaten Vort, and I'm like, ah, I see. So
I put my time, I put my soul into getting the platinum trophy for that. And
Bloodborne's the only game I've gotten the platinum trophy for.
Well, if we're talking platinum trophies, I believe I have 61.
Oh, nice.
What the fuck?
and I'm telling you right now that I do not like poor Peter. You say you got a platinum on Bloodborne?
Yep.
Yeah, Bloodborne, it was actually not that hard. You can do like 3 run-throughs and you can platinum Bloodborne.
The Chalice dungeon, so you actually want to scrape.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Getting to Queen Yarnum is like apparently... No, yeah, it's the hardest part of the platinum because there's just all of the stuff you have to do to get to it.
Because there's always a definition between, okay, what's a hard platinum to get and what's a long platinum to get? Because I've had platinums that literally take about 200-300 hours to get. It's not long. It's not hard. It's just repetitive, and there's just no way around it. No matter how many glitches and stuff you try to pull.
Yeah.
Then there's games that are just really freaking hard, and if you're really good at the game, you can probably get the platinum in 40-50 hours.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3
I've never
takes
platinumed
ages.
any of the Dark Souls games because there's always like a lot of the achievements are just get all of the miracles, get all of the pyromancy spells, get all of the sorcery spells,
which are always the platinums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Bloodborne's case, well, there aren't really that many items to collect. There are only like a dozen. And then it's just get the 3 endings, beat all the bosses, complete the Chalice dungeons. There you go.
Oh, I thought there was something about the challenge dungeon where you had to make it through like 20 floors or something ridiculous to get to the final boss or something.
Basically, you have to go... How many fucking dungeon floors do you have to go through to eventually get to Yarnum? Like 15? How many are required? Because I know you have to go through the Cursed Chalice, and then you get the, Tumaru Hill? Well, I forget which dungeon Yarnum is in. Like, I know it's the last one, but I don't remember the name of it.
All I know is that me and my friend we used to be when PS3 and PS4, like PS3 was sort of, I've been through both eras pretty much, and one of the things we deemed ourselves trophy hunters, and he was the Dark Souls guy. He played the Bloodborne and the Dark Souls and stuff, and he got Dark Souls 1 or 2 platinum, and he got the Bloodborne platinum. But he said that Bloodborne one, said getting that final trophy with, he said like 15, 24 or something like that. He goes, my God, it's just so freaking hard to do. He was one trophy away, and he just couldn't do it. And I know that feeling. Like, you play a Far Cry game. Yeah, I can beat a Far Cry game in 20, 30 hours. But to get the platinum, well, now you're into an 80-hour adventure every single time. You know? It's
See,
just
like, Dark Souls 3 was annoying because, first of all, to get all there's a certain miracle that requires a rare drop from a Silver Knight that's really rare, and you need to get 30 of them to get this one
in
miracle.
Dark Souls 3?
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah. If you're not online, you have to farm from an enemy to get them. In Dark Souls 2, and for one of the DLC areas, there's a boss fight where it spawns in normal enemies, and sometimes the normal enemies drop a soul item. And if you want to get all of a specific armor set, and then all of another armor set, and also an item for getting a boss weapon, you have to get 50. I did it. I should have done it before beating the boss, because you had to reload the area every time if you wanted them to respawn. It took me 8 fucking hours in one sitting. I think that's the most amount of time I've dedicated to a single task in a video game.
I've dedicated a weekend to one task and still failed. Trust me, there are harder trophies, Miss. There really is.
I don't think it was even a trophy. I was just like, I want the Ivory King's armor set. I'm going to fucking get it.
There you go.
What's it called? There was a certain armor set in Dark Souls 2 that that spawned from a black spirit that only spawns once.
Oh wait, is that the from original Dark Souls 2, the Aurora
Aurora
set?
set? Yeah,
you had to keep resetting the No Man's World to get it.
Yeah, I farmed the absolute shit of that. I used 54 bonfire aesthetics.
Holy
so I had to kill the boss
shit.
54 times in that area. It was insane. And then I finally got the whole set.
This is why Scholar of the First Sin is the definitive version of Dark Souls 2, because it does not have that stupid shit.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I only wanted the one piece, and it took me 54 times.
Which piece were you trying to get?
I wanted the chess piece. I just wanted the chess piece. That's all I wanted. And it was the last drop, of course.
Well, Peter, you're after the One Piece.
Yeah, he's
Luffy's
after the
been
One
looking
Piece.
for 21 years.
It's going to take 54 bonfires.
Yeah. The fact that you did it in 54 hours, I mean, it's taken Luffy 21 years and he still hasn't done it.
Also, Sekiro isn't bad at all. You just need to do fucking.
Sekiro is just play the game 4 times.
Yeah.
And do different endings each time.
Getting all the skills though takes quite a bit of farming though.
Yeah.
Because you need all that. But yeah, not bad.
I just noticed this one. I'm not going through the comments right now, but Muhammad Noor says, my brother has been trying to beat Pokemon Stadium for 25 years and still no dice.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. When it comes to Pokemon Stadium, there's a trick to winning. You can't do it with the rental Pokemon, okay? Maybe somebody can. Maybe some hardcore gamer like the dude who beat Dark Souls with a rock band guitar, or somebody that
someone
has
beat
no
it
life.
with a Dance Dance Revolution thing.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so many like that. So if you have some Korean or somebody that can do that shit, you go right ahead. But to try to beat Pokemon Stadium with the rental Pokemon is virtually impossible. Or let's call it the highest difficulty to pull it off. So just literally load up, your old Game Boy, or go buy a Game Boy cartridge, port your Pokemon over, then beat it. That's the way to do it.
If we're talking about challenge here, Dark Souls 2, all bosses no hit.
Didn't
Is
Okay,
Fable.
that
what
would
was
be
his
that
name?
would be
Prod?
ridiculous.
Didn't he do that, or was that someone else? I remember watching his video.
I think the first person to do it was Otstarva.
Oh yeah, Ed Starva. Man, I haven't watched his stuff
yeah.
in forever.
He does Dead by Daylight videos now, I think. But yeah, that was something. But also, there was also the Dark Souls, the Dark Souls series no hit. But it was
Oh
any percent.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. I think I remember seeing the end of it. The dude was like crying.
Oh yeah, I think his name's the Happy Hob. I think.
Is he the big? He's the big challenge run guy, right?
Yeah. I literally remember watching it like live. It was mad. But fucking, I don't know. You had to be insane to do that. Like speedrunning is one thing, but like doing no hit speedruns is.
Yeah,
That's
or
something else.
Anybody remember when Twitch played Pokemon?
I remember Dark Souls plays Pokemon.
But
that was it.
like the idea, like everybody was inputting the commands and all that
Yeah,
shit.
I think someone did that with
Yeah.
Dark Souls one time.
Oh, did they? And they actually managed it because it took forever because you have all these inputs and like it's just a mess. How it ever worked, I never knew, but I remember watching that shit live too, and it was like, wow.
Alrighty, let's see here. Nashandra, a wet fart noise of a final boss.
Oh, what?
Aldia? Aldia is like kind of a shit tier boss. Actually, yeah, kind of a shit tier boss, but one of the most interesting NPCs in the whole series.
Did you turn on your camera, Green?
Dark Lurker. Oh, Dark Lurker. Oh, Dark Lurker. Let's put you up here. I remember the last time I played through. It was when I was doing that the lore playthrough last year. I got to Dark Lurker and I'm like, oh fuck, I have to go through all of this again.
Sorry about that.
Die.
Yes, I did. I put my phone in my pocket and it turned on the camera. My bad.
Oh, I didn't even see.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm here. I'm not even looking at Discord right now. I was doing my lore playthrough and I got to the Dark Lurker boss fight. Like, I got to right outside of it and I was like, fuck, I have to go through this whole area again if I die. Let's see how long this takes. And then I beat him on the first try. Which was nuts, because I don't actually remember the last time I'd actually beaten Dark Lurker. He's probably the hardest boss that's not fucking bullshit in base game Dark Souls 2. I feel like we have to have different standards. You have hard bosses that are fucking bullshit, and you have hard bosses that are just hard. Well, maybe Peter's internet shit the bed. That's unfortunate. Peter.
And Peter's what? Shit the bed?
His internet. His internet may have crapped out. Well, that sucks.
Okay. That was loud. That's one problem with sitting outside on stream.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get back into this. The, what do they call these guys? Grave. Well, I don't. The Gank Squad. They suck. But how much? Pretty bad, actually. But not super terrible. Alana, actually pretty good. I definitely put her way above Nashandra. Though the summoning stuff can be a little bullshit at times. I would probably put her a little below Velstop, funnily enough, since she can summon a clone of him. Oh, Peter got a phone call. Alright, well, I guess that means he'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, if it's an important phone call, shit happens.
Sin, an A-tier boss. One of the best dragon fights in the series. Well, at least the best dragon fight in Dark Souls 2.
Gotta like fighting dragons.
The Magic Smelter Demon. I don't know if I've fought him enough, but like fought him enough to have like a good opinion. But he's blue and has cooler horns than the Red Smelter Demon, so he goes right above him. Though no wait, the area to get to him is a fucking colossal pain in the ass, and I do factor that in. So we'll put him here. Fume Knight. Alright, first S tier boss from Dark Souls 2. Fume Knight is really fucking good. It has the highest quantity of bosses, it has the most terrible bosses, not like the worst bosses, but it has the highest quantity of terrible bosses, but it may also have the most best bosses. So right after that we have Sir Alon, who is not as good as Fume Knight, but is fucking amazing. Samurai Man, you fight in a memory with a reflective marble floor. He bows to you when you walk in, and if you beat him without getting hit, he commits seppuku. I mean, how much cooler can you get? A little cooler, actually, because there are a couple people cooler on this list. But anyway, Nadalia, you barely count as a boss. Get the fuck out of here. That's not even a
love
boss.
how you're
You're an
discounting
environmental hazard.
I love the fact that you've got like this tier list with bosses, and you're like, you know what? This one doesn't even count as a boss. Fuck that.
It's literally not even a boss fight.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. It's just funny.
It's counting NPCs you get boss souls from, but you never fight them as a boss. You just get the item from them.
Well, that's not a boss.
Yeah. Dragon Rider, like a C tier. I think you're better than the Stray Demon and the Last Giant. I like the environment. The platform feature is neat. Ava, cool. Ava's pretty cool, actually. Ava, you go... I don't know who has ever beaten Ava while they're still invisible. Big props to whoever's managed to do that. I'm sure someone has. I mean, obviously someone has.
Oh, it's like I watched somebody do like some of the like coolest things like on a What Culture Gaming or a Mojo list or whatever,
Yeah.
and somebody like sliced off a Dark Souls boss in like 2 hits that's supposed to take like 1 hour or something, and it was like, wait, how did they do that? And it's like,
yeah, I've seen
it can't
some
be
of those.
repeated. Yeah, and those are always really cool. Even if you don't get the context, you understand when they explain this boss fight's supposed to take about 35 minutes, and they did it in 2 hits.
Yeah,
Here's why.
because
It's like,
they
okay.
did all of the damage stacking. They got themselves down
Exactly.
to 1 HP. They've got the ring that increases damage when your health is low. They've got all of the rings and weapons that boost your damage. They've probably got the dragon stones. They've put on all of the damage items. And then they do a riposte, which is a critical hit. So then the health bar just vaporizes.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, it's no different than when you can stack shit in Skyrim.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you can become a mage with infinite mana.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to, you get your alchemy and your enchanting up to level 100, and then you can make regen 25, 25, 25. Oh, wow. I actually gain mana when I use spells. Wow. You know, like.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Exactly.
What the fuck is that? Oh, something, I can't remember the first name in Zalin. Ludin Zalin. Okay, so they're Ava, but there's 2 of you, so it's a gank fight, and they're behind the worst area in the fucking game. I don't think I've ever actually even beaten them. That's actually another one on there. Just because the hassle of getting to them is such a fucking colossal pain in the ass. Alsana, it takes 8 hours to get your soul. It took me 8 fucking hours, and I've only done it once because of that. Burnt Ivory King, the coolest boss in Dark Souls 2, my favorite, probably the most cinematic boss in the fucking series. You go from in the icy castle down a big hole in the floor. With 4 of your ivory knights, you drop down into hell. You fight a bunch of burnt knights, and then a big fucking oblivion gate comes out of the ground that he steps out of. And then you, and ideally one of the knights, fights him in the middle of the fucking volcano area. And he can turn his sword into a giant lightsaber. And he's also the coolest guy in the entire game, in terms of his lore and personality.
Well, I mean, if he's got a giant lightsaber, he immediately gets a +5 to coolness.
Mm-hmm. He's the best.
Yeah.
Who do we have left? Old Dragon Slayer, knockoff Ornstein. They're pretty alright. I mean, they're alright. They're like fucking Bell Gargoyle difficulty. Who do we have left? Flexile Sentry. Kind of a cool boss. I like the Flexile Sentry. We will put them... right above Old Dragon Slayer, actually, because I like the dynamic you get with the 2 sides of the body. Ruined Sentinels. Oh, man. I remember why my first playthrough of Dark Souls 2 took 50 fucking hours. It's because I sucked at the game, and all of those bosses kicked the shit out of me. I spent hours on each of the bosses in the early game, but then I figured out what I was doing. I figured out how to do it. And now it's all easy money. Now it's an easy game. Belfry Gargoyles, another gank boss, fuck you. Well, not fuck you tier, but you kinda suck. We'll put you above the gank squad. Lost Sinner, one of the better bosses. Yeah, we'll put them there. Executioner's Chariot, kind of a cool concept for the boss. I quite like it, but they're kind of easy. So... and annoying at times, so we'll put them below the 4 Kings. They kind of remind me of Gwendolyn. And, oh shit, that was all the Dark Souls 2 bosses. Nice. That was like a 45-minute segment. Perfect. We're really filling out the stream time here, people. That's what... I was worried the stream would be too short.
No, you're doing a fantastic job, and I'm sorry I don't have much to contribute where I've never fought any of these creatures, so...
Yeah. Alright, now, since they've been polite and patient and it's time, I'm gonna feed my cats. And then I'll be right back, and then I will catch up on the chat, and then we'll get to the Dark Souls 3 bosses.
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. So, apparently I'm here to entertain all of you.
Indeed.
Dance, clown, dance. So, I will dance, and I shall regale you a story. How about a bridge? You guys like a story about a bridge? I think we need a story about a bridge. But no, how y'all doing? You know what? Gaming is a fantastic thing. We all love it. I grew up with we were poor, so my first gaming console, of course, I played the NES and stuff at my, cousins and stuff. But my first gaming system was an SNES, or not an SNES, a Sega Genesis, sorry. And back then, the graphics, of course, weren't great. But you know what? Gaming has evolved so fantastically, and I think we should all appreciate that it's come to the point that we can all have a stream and talk about things like lore and Dark Souls and stuff. Like, video gaming has advanced beyond just a children's pastime, similar to manga and stuff, where we're getting depth and lore and story and graphics and gameplay, and just it's immersed itself as its own media, and I think that's really fantastic. I really do. And I would read the chat, guys, but I wouldn't want to spoil Miss. That's his job as the host to read the chat. So you're stuck listening to my wonderfully nasally voice for the next,
Until
I don't
right
know
now.
how many minutes. Oh, well, there we go.
All right. Let's read some chat. Where did I leave off? Arc Smiley said, Elden meme is real. I can't believe it. I thought it was a myth. Me too, at this rate. It seemed like it was going to be one of those games, like that fucking Metroid game, like Bayonetta 3, where it's like, oh yeah, we're making it. It's been 4 years now, and nothing else has been talked about it since.
Still waiting for Knights of the Old Republic 3, man. You got a long way to wait. I've been waiting since 2005, so don't give me that shit. I've been waiting almost 20 years.
Was Knights of the Old Republic 3 ever announced?
Technically, like 6 times. Never happened, so...
That's weird. I didn't even know it got announced. I just thought that's what they did with the Old Republic.
No, they announced it. That was their cutoff after the first few announcements. Now they've announced it again that somebody's in the works to get BioWare back on board with a... Because of the success of The Mandalorian and the Kenobi series coming out, everybody wants a Revan series. So now new hype has been built, of course, and you know how it goes.
Yeah. Let's see. Real Medell said, man, Fume Knight kicked my ass a lot, and it took 26 attempts for me to beat him. I think it took me a little more than 26 attempts to beat him. I remember beating Fume Knight for the first time. Took a little while, to say the least. Olade asked, have you played Cuphead? I love that game. No, I haven't played Cuphead. Aspen said, hopefully Elden Ring will have a definitive hardest boss in the series. Listen, people were saying, people have insisted, many people are saying that Ishin is the hardest boss in, like, the whole fucking franchise. I don't know if I agree, but it seems like every time a new game comes out... Yeah, he's one of the final bosses from Sekiro. Actually, Ishin is both of the final bosses.
I've been watching videos on people beating that guy, and I can't realistically see anything being that harder than that. So I sort of agree, but once again, never played it, so I don't know.
I think it initially took me like an hour and a half to beat him, which was amazing because before, like, I got to him, and then I died, and then I had to stop for a while, and then I just saw all of the stuff where people were like, yeah, it took me a week to beat Ishin, and I'm like, oh boy, oh fucking fun. I wonder how long it's going to take me to beat this guy, and then I beat him in like an hour and a half. I guess it was just because I learned how to play the game. But we'll talk about Ishin when we get to the end of this list. Let's see, I read the Pokemon thing. Arc Smiley says Pokemon Stadium is the true Dark Souls of Pokemon, apparently.
Technically, that would be Pokemon XD, but sure.
I see. Alright, let's get on to Dark Souls 3, the game I'm currently playing again to prepare myself for Elden Ring. Aldrich, the Devourer of Gods. He's alright. He's kinda alright. He's pretty decent. Let's put him here. Who do we have next? Yorm, gimmick boss. But not a terrible gimmick boss. So, it's cool fighting him, I guess. So we'll put him above those guys. Dancer of the Boreal Valley, one of the better fights. Varying difficulty. Either she's the hardest fucking boss in the game, or you beat her on your first try. It doesn't seem to be much of an in-between. Where do I want to put her, though? We'll put her, like, up here. I don't know if Dark Souls 3 has a lot of, like, S-tier bosses. I know it has at least one. But it has a lot of pretty good bosses.
I heard that the real black sheep is Dark Souls 2 of the whole Souls.
Yeah. I think it's technically the biggest Souls game, but it's also considered by many to be the worst Souls game. But it's my favorite. Is it because of nostalgia? Yup. But it's still my favorite.
Listen, nobody's going to blame you for nostalgia, Misc.
Right.
Everybody's got them. We all have our bias on favorite anything.
Osiris.
Movies, music, everything.
We'll put Osiris there. Champion Gundyr. A real champ. One of the hardest bosses. Actually, consistently gives me a bit of a challenge every time I fight him. And it's a good reuse of a boss skin in this set because I just add upon it. Make it way harder. Dragon Slayer armor, another good one. we'll put them like top of B. The Twin Princes. We will put them. Ooh, that's a tough one. Ooh. Top of A. Very good boss. Ancient Wyvern, gimmick boss. Actually, Ludenzahlen? Oh, this is hard because they're like an actual boss, but getting to them is the worst experience in the whole fucking franchise. It is the least fun thing you can do in a video game.
Can I ask you just a simple, because I missed the first hour of the stream, Misc.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, when you are ranking these bosses, what is your criteria for ranking them like S tier?
Personal enjoyment for the most part, to be honest. Okay,
so like if it was a bitch to beat the boss who was really hard, he's not exactly going in S tier.
You're right. I mean, like, even if they're really hard, if it's fair and I get a lot of satisfaction out of figuring out how to beat them,
right?
Top tier.
Yeah, exactly. But not something that's like, oh my god, every time you replay the game, you're like, I hate this part of the game.
Yeah,
you know,
not
because
like
of
that.
Yeah. Okay, just checking. You're not rating this on a difficulty scale. You're rating this on an enjoyment, a satisfaction, lore.
We'll have Ludenzahlen at the bottom of C for the sheer fact they're an actual boss, but the Frozen Wastelands, was that what they were called? Oh my god, what a fucking nightmare.
Sounds like it.
Nameless King, oh god. Where the fuck did he go? Where the fuck did I put him? What just happened? I lost him. Shit. Oh, that's awkward. I accidentally right-clicked and I lost the boss. Uh-oh. There he is.
Oh, no.
There he is. Do I like... Yeah. We'll put him there. There you go. First S-tier boss for Dark Souls 3. Actually, scratch that. Wait, do I scratch that? No, fuck it. He's still S-tier, but Soul of Cinder. Oh, the feelings you give me when the final boss of the final Dark Souls game is the 5 major player movesets and then also the final boss of the first game all in one. And then his theme turns into Gwyn's theme when you get into the second phase. Yeah, that's how you do a final boss for the franchise. Or for the main game. We technically have a second final boss because of the DLC, so he's the real final boss of the franchise. Udex Gundyr, very good tutorial boss. Frankly, the best tutorial boss, actually. Very, very solid. There. Champion Gravetender. I barely remember this boss, so they're not really anything super remarkable. They're alright, it's just an NPC, and then one of the big wolf enemies shows up. That's the boss. It's like a poor man's Sif. Yeah, actually, that's an alright place for him. Black Flame Fride. Okay, so from a mechanic perspective, this is a really good boss, actually. But I don't particularly enjoy fighting them, so we'll put them... we'll put them in Orphan of Cause territory, where they're very hard, but a very good boss. I just don't think I've ever mastered fighting them, and probably won't ever, unless I felt like dedicating a shitload of time to it, which, I don't. The Demon Prince. Oh. I fucking lost. I need to stop fucking right-clicking all the time. Holy shit. Get up here, you little bastard. You're an A-tier boss. There we go. Who's next? Half-Light Spear of the Church. They're an NPC, unless you're online. Then it's a PvP fight. So that quality varies greatly. We'll put him above the Ruin Sentinels. And here it is, people. Slave Knight Gale, my all-time favorite Souls boss ever. The final boss of the Dark Souls franchise. The most cinematic boss in the game. It's a good callback to all of the stuff in the series. I think he gets the biggest boss arena in the game. I mean, Midir's maybe bigger, but you're not fighting in the middle of a fucking desert at the end of the world, in the middle of a lightning storm. So I would say it doesn't matter. He's the best boss in Souls. Dark Eater Midir, speaking of. Very hard. I tried fighting him actually a bit before doing this stream. I'm a little rusty when it comes to fighting Midir. Also, he's a little janky when it comes to the camera, but I would say he's the best dragon fight in the series. Vort, he's alright. He's an alright boss, I guess. We'll put him there. Curse Rotted Greatwood, kinda in the same territory, but it's also a little gimmicky because it only has certain weak points. So, better than Rom. Crystal Sage, another kind of meh boss. Yeah, and kind of annoying at times too, actually, so... I think I enjoy fighting him less than Najka. Deacons of the Deep, it's a gank squad fight. Where was the last one? Yeah, you're like Witch of Hemwick tier. Farron's Undead Legion, a pretty good boss.
Oh, hey Peter, you're back.
Peter, you've returned! Thank God, I'm almost done with the Dark Souls 3 tier list. Peter, what's your favorite Dark Souls 3 boss?
That is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think there's many greats. Some of note, I guess. Prince, Lorien, and Lothric.
Yeah.
I think
Actually,
very
I
good
need to make a
bosses.
change here. Nameless King, I'm sorry, but I don't think I enjoy you as much as the Twin Prince's boss. There we go.
I
Twin
do
Prince's
really
is
like
S tier.
Nameless King as well.
Twin Prince's is
Which
pretty
was
fucking
it?
good.
I just love that boss. Like,
Alright,
I
now
don't
let
know,
me
some-
ask you a tougher question. What's your favorite boss in the whole franchise? Like your favorite Soulsborne boss?
Ooh, I'm excited to hear this.
Well, I can specify not franchise, because Dark Souls is its own franchise. But, you know, like a Soulsborne boss. Which one's your favorite?
does Sekiro count?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I knew Peter would pick a Sekiro boss.
I don't know. Like, I think it's so hard to pick one from the whole thing. Like, I'm gonna do honorable mentions first.
Alright.
Okay.
Hit us. Wait,
How
let me
many
make
you
sure I'm
got?
done with my Dark Souls 3 bosses first. Okay, we've got 2 left. Old Demon King, pretty neat. It's kind of like Vendrick, where he does like the big final explosion at the end, and then he just like run out of energy. There aren't many bosses like that. It's kind of like Sif, where like by the end of the fight, like he just has nothing left in him. You're just hitting him until he dies at that point. Pretty good. And then Sullivan. Sullivan's an A-tier boss. Dual-wielding fucking glowing great swords. You fucking betcha. And he has a stand.
No.
There.
That
There. Now I finished the Dark... Wait, Wolnir. You're a gimmick boss. Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not... You're meh. You're kinda... You're like the old Iron Canyon. Okay. There we go. Peter? Commence.
Oh, okay.
Tell us your secrets.
Right. I'm looking at every single fucking boss here first, because there might be one or two that I'm just forgetting. Okay, so honorable mention though,
Mm-hmm.
Sir Alan.
Yeah,
Sir
Sir
Alan
Alan's
from Dark
great.
Souls 2. Very nice boss. Like the arena, like everything. I like that if you're able to kill him fast and without getting hit, he gets a unique death animation.
Yeah, he
I think
commits
that's
seppuku if you
really
if
cool.
you beat him without getting hit. It's awesome.
Another is Ornstein Smo. I think it's just a staple. Like,
It's the iconic duo boss. They've
yeah,
never really perfectly replicated it since. I think Lorien and Lothric are maybe the closest. Them or the Demon Prince.
and then my other honorable mention is Ishin, the Sword Saint. I think that is a fantastic boss. Despite
He is the best final
isn't
boss, I think.
maybe the lightning making it a bit easier, but like
Well, I think in terms of mechanics and difficulty, he's the best final boss, because Souls has kind of a bad rap of the final bosses being really easy. So instead you have Ishin, who's one of the hardest bosses in the game, is the final boss.
yeah.
Both versions of him are pretty hard.
I think personally though, Midir is my favorite boss.
Midir?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting choice. I did not expect that. What is your reasoning for that?
Now, don't get me wrong, he does have problems. He does have problems of being a big fuck off boss who's gigantic, and the camera's never going to be able to agree with that. Sometimes. But I think he, like, as I said, like, it's just kind of like big dragon, big cool dragon. What else do you want? There's a lot of cool attacks. Has a great OST. And just, I find him very fun to fight.
Alright, that's pretty solid. We only seem to have gotten one new message in the chat saying I can beat Ishin hitless right now if I wanted. Very impressive, and I don't think you're bullshitting because, I mean, I think Sekiro bosses are much easier to learn how to beat than other Souls bosses because it's just a matter of learning how, like, when to parry. If you know when to block, you can beat most Sekiro bosses very easily.
I might get good at that game then, unlike other Souls games.
Yeah.
Oh, Criminal
Sekiro
died.
is actually probably the easiest of them to get into. It probably has the easiest learning curve.
Well, I will say that when I started to play Bloodborne, and maybe I'm just stupid, but I got attacked by the werewolf or whatever at the beginning of the game, and then I couldn't find my way out of the weird courtyard. And that was when I stopped playing Bloodborne. So,
Interesting.
that was it.
You just walk up to the gate and push it open.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I pushed at everything. I walked the perimeter of that place like 95 times, and I couldn't. And maybe my game glitched or something, but I couldn't find a way out. And I was just like, well, maybe I'm stupid. And then I didn't give it much other thought, because as I said, I think Arkham Knight came around, and I was like, well, I'm playing Arkham Knight first, because Batman, and
Actually,
yeah.
I thought of a really good duo boss. Actually, I
What
think
is it?
Demon Princes are a fantastic duo boss.
They are.
that I think are good.
Because depending on which
underrated.
one you beat, well, because they switch between who has the big energy, and that affects what attacks you're getting hit with, and then which one you kill first determines which version of the Demon Prince you get, and that decides what the big ultimate attack is, and you can strategize which one to kill first to get whichever version of the Demon Prince is easier for you to fight. So it's literally Ornstein and Smo again, but with big demons. I mean, hey, if it ain't break,
Also-
holy shit, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love my ability to speak the English language. It's great.
Yeah, it's not your way to speak the English language, Misc. It's the way that you seem to stumble over every proverb you've ever tried to.
That is amazing, actually. I think I always fuck up proverbs.
Yeah, you do. You almost do it religiously.
That's
It's almost
incredible.
like it's your... Yeah.
I think it's because I'm speaking faster than I can remember what the proverb is.
Yes,
I mean,
I always like switch my words around completely. I think.
I fuck up sayings all the time now that I think about it. That is embarrassing as fuck.
I fuck up shit all the time, but I keep talking so fast that nobody recognizes that I fucked up in the first place.
I don't know what it is. I never used to stumble over words this much in the past. Maybe I'm losing
I think
my
it's
mind.
because once you become a YouTuber, once you're online or once you're something like that, like you're more like you're focused on your words and you recognize that you're going to say something stupid. Like I can't tell you how many video recordings I do of a review, and my first couple of words are, "Hi guys, I'm never mind. All right,
That
let's
actually
try that
happened when I
again."
was recording the video I released today. I started doing the introduction, then I fucked up like 15 seconds into it, and I'm like, nah, I guess we're off to a great start today.
And if you listen to any major YouTuber, they all say the same thing, that the hardest thing to get through is both the beginning and the closing. You can talk about something for 35 minutes and you be flawless, but opening up with the same damn lines you have been saying for years, that's like the hardest part of doing any video. And I believe that completely because I always fuck up near the end or at the beginning. It's never in the in-between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I think we're good to go for the Sekiro bosses now, I believe.
oh, interesting. This is gonna be good.
Oh, I need to see which version of Owl this is. Hold on, because they just have the portraits here, and since these are alternate versions that look the same, I can't tell which is which. So
I don't what's it called? I don't know which one I like more, to be honest.
oh wait, and then they added the 3 alternate versions for them in the 3 alternate versions for Genichiro, Ishin, and Owl in the boss rush.
The one with the you can kind of see the one with that like owl kind of that's the father one, and then the one where he's like stabbing is like he's got to like thrust his sword. That's the one that you find. That's the one that you fight. Yeah, it's the normal version.
Okay, that's sounding about right now. So Owl Father is really good, actually. really, really fucking good. The Divine Dragon is very easy, but a very good cinematic boss. So I will put them above Vendrick. Demon of Hatred. I have a problem with the Demon of Hatred. It's a fucking Souls boss in Sekiro. And that's bad, because when you go from playing a Souls game to playing Sekiro, you have to unlearn your habits for Souls games. So you've spent the whole game doing that, and then when you fight the Demon of Hatred, it's like, oh, you gotta fight a Souls boss now. Have fun!
Yeah. I just like that it's more trying to dodge things when you can't actually use a dodge button.
Yeah, I don't you know what I've done every time I get to the Demon of Hatred now? I make him jump off a cliff.
Yeah, despite that though, I still do really like the boss. I think it's...
Yeah, I like the lore. I like the story with him. I like learning to do some of his moves, but he's just such a fucking pain in the ass to go through.
I think
Guardian Monk.
Guardian Ape is really so
Guardian
nice.
Ape is really good. Old Monk, you're alright. You're like an okay boss, I guess. There. Genichiro Way of Tomoe, which is apparently a separate boss. You're like a 20-second phase 1 we need to go through to get to Ishin, okay? You're trash tier. You're garbage. Well, not you're just not you're not that great. Guardian Ape. That's another really solid boss. Damn, this is kind of tough. Let's put him here. Yeah, we'll put him above Sullivan. Then we have the Headless Ape, which is another pain in the ass. Yeah, that monkey duo is kind of obnoxious, actually. We have Gyobu, the fun guy. The one really good reason to play with the English dub instead of with subtitles is for his English voice actor.
Yeah.
He's the first, well, no, you fight Genichiro first, but he's like the first boss you're meant to defeat. He's really good. I'd put him like around there. High B tier. Lady Butterfly, another really good boss. Learning the rhythm to beat Lady Butterfly is actually really satisfying. We'll put her there. Now we have the original Owl. He's kind of in the same territory as like Lady Owl. Yeah, we'll put him
I'm
there.
not sure which I like more.
Hmm?
I'm not sure which I like more.
Yeah.
Like
Monkeys, the monkey boys. You're monkeys. You're another gimmick boss. You're like the less good version of a gimmick boss. You see, Divine Dragon, good gimmick boss. The monkeys, eh.
actually, is like, are all the bosses there? I feel like they're not.
I don't think we're missing any. Is Genichiro here? Wait, did they count Way of Tomoe as the real Genichiro? In that case, Genichiro is really good for making sure you know how to play the fucking game. He's that boss for Sekiro. He's like Gascoigne, so we'll put him there with Gascoigne. I spent like 3 hours fighting him for the first time, and now every time I go through again, he's easy money.
Would you count normal Ishin? Like, would you count Emma in with normal Ishin?
Apparently, because it's technically like a phase for his boss. She's basically like a less strong version of Ishin. I'm pretty sure she basically uses the same moveset as him.
She has similar moves, huh?
Yeah. Well, similar. It's like a toned down version of the same moveset. Ishin Ashina, the Asura ending version, or the Shura ending. Yeah. I really like this boss, actually. Listen, it's an old samurai man with fire, okay? It's always the coolest. Yeah, actually. Top of A, Sword Saint Ishin. You know it, people. Yeah. Best boss in Sekiro, what can I say? Well, there you have it, folks. My comprehensive, definitive ranking of all the Soulsborne Sekiro bosses. Let's take a look at the chat. Muhammad says, I always mess up when I'm recording, but when I've only recorded... Then I've only recorded 2 videos. I think you just have to get used to it. I think my early recordings, my very first videos were bad. They were not very good at all. But now I'm just kind of more comfortable and confident doing them. So I think I've just gotten better at talking while recording. Maybe that's why I mess up so much, is because I'm so comfortable. I'm too comfortable while recording, so I mess up all my words. Aspen says Owl Father is my favorite boss in the series. Really? Not a bad choice. Did you have anything to say, Peter? We're gonna be wrapping this up in a few minutes.
So, like, this is kind of like a wrap-up question, I guess. But like, what's your favorite boss from each series? I'm not sure if you stated this already.
My favorite boss from each game, or in the whole series. You there, Peter?
What'd you say?
My favorite boss in the series, or in each game?
You cut out, Misc.
Oh, I did?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so your favorite boss from each game, basically.
Okay, let's go through this. So my favorite boss from Dark Souls 1 is probably Artorias, I think. For Dark Souls 2, it's the Burnt Ivory King. For Dark Souls 3, it's Slave Knight Gale, and he's my overall favorite Souls boss ever. For Bloodborne, it's Gurman, and for Sekiro, it's Ishin. Yeah. I think I mostly
I
did
think-
this because I'm just very fucking excited to see what we get for Elden Ring. For in terms of the
Yeah.
bosses. Like, the few that we've seen all look amazing.
Yeah, you'll have to do a tier list. when that
Yeah, I'll
comes
do
out.
a tier list. When Elden Ring comes out, I'll do a boss tier list.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm too hyped, I think. Like,
I'm probably too
to the
hyped
point
for
where,
it.
like, I need to, like,
don't know.
calm
I don't know
down.
if my
Yeah.
expectations are tempered or not. I'm not sure From has ever really disappointed with something for me. I'm not sure I've really ever been disappointed by something that they've done with Souls stuff. Because they're the guys for Souls stuff. I mean, they created the Soulsborne genre. The Souls-like genre. It's named after their
Yeah.
stuff. So, if there's anyone I trust
I
to
still
do it, it's
find-
them.
I still find it funny every time like I look at Steam or something. Fucking
Oh, yeah.
Dark Souls Remastered is like labeled as a Souls-like or some shit.
Yes, Dark Souls Remastered is a Souls-like.
Yeah. I do like the fact that nowadays it sort of ticks me off because nowadays a lot of companies, because how great the Souls games did, a lot of people are going on this whole it's a Souls style game. And I mean,
Yeah.
I understand why they say that, but it sort of irritates me because as someone who might not have enough time, play a 20-hour learning curve to get good at the game, that actually puts me off as a working man who just wants to sit down and play a game for a couple hours, not dedicate a weekend to. So if I need a learning curve that's going to take me more than 2 hours, I'm not going to enjoy the game, I'm not going to play the game, and I'm going to move on to something that with a, not Nintendo level learning curve, but something easier. So I think they should stop with the whole, it's a Souls style,
Yeah.
because that puts me off. That actually puts me off of it as a 30-year-old gamer who's been around since gaming was gaming. So it's just sort of annoying because I know how difficult the Souls games are. I know how rewarding they are, but I know that it's an investment. It's not something you just pick up one day and be like, oh my god, level 1's so easy. No, it's not. Not if you don't know how to play.
I just remembered. There was supposed to be this kind of Souls-like, Dark Souls-inspired pixel art indie game that was going to be coming out. And nothing really ever happened with it. Like, it got announced years ago. I forget
do
the
remember
name.
that,
It was like a
actually.
Norse-style thing. It was, like, the main character was a shield maiden. I think you had to, like, cure the world tree of some disease. I'm looking for it again.
I think they based it off of that game, maybe you guys heard of it, called 3D Dot Game Heroes. Which was a
Aether,
very...
That's what it is. What the fuck ever happened with that?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna find out now. I want to know if it got canceled or something. Because
Maybe.
it has a page on the Steam store.
Welcome to people who love BioWare games, Misc. Knights of the Old Republic 3, Dragon Age 4. Look at all the things that I'm waiting for.
When did this get up?
What's that, Peter?
Didn't they announce Dragon Age? Like the new one?
Yeah, finally. And
Yeah,
now
okay.
it's in limbo. It's still in limbo.
Yeah, the last
Nobody's-
time anything came out on Aether was 4 years ago. I don't know if anything ever happened with it.
That's a problem. I see. Here's the thing. I don't trust announcements anymore because I've seen, and I'm old enough to know that I've seen announcements for Knights of the Republic 3, Diablo 4, Dragon Age 4, and back before Diablo 3 came out, I remember waiting 6 years. So, like, even if the game does finally come out, at the end of the day, you're waiting so long. The Force Unleashed had a trailer. Force Unleashed was released in, like, 2011.
I think
Star
Force
Wars
Unleashed 2 came
and-
out in 2010.
Oh, okay. If it came out in 2010, there was a trailer for it, a teaser in 2006. You know how I know that? I was in 10th grade.
Oh,
I graduated in 2009, so I know when the trailer came out. So 4 years you're waiting for this game that looks amazing. You're like, Star Wars, it's so awesome. Yeah. It's right after the prequel trilogy ended, and we're sitting there in high school going, more Star Wars, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't, until I see, like, an official release, I literally don't buy all the pre-hype because I've been disappointed way too many times.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because I remember seeing the preview stuff for Aether, and it looked like it was going to be really good, and like nothing. It seems like it may have been too much for the devs to handle. Like they created the project and they underestimated what it would have taken to make the game, and then it just they were never able to finish the project. I feel like they would have done a big announcement or something, but I don't know if they've even done an announcement in forever. Oh well.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
I'm still waiting on fucking Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Well, I mean, that only got announced, what, like last year?
I think it's been longer now.
It might be longer now, but that's the thing. Like, I mean, 1 year waits, I'm not worried about. Most games, contrary to popular belief, a lot of people go like, oh, like, if you actually go on the pulse of E3 and when people say things are going to be released, it's usually 6 to 8 months later.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not an official release. When we get the pre-release, it's always delayed. It's always delayed. All the Resident Evil games, all the Metal Gear games, all the Final Fantasy games, they've always been delayed for the last decade. Like, don't kid yourself. They have been because people jump on that pre-thing. But with YouTube and Twitter and everything on the rise, everybody's getting that pre-game stuff now. It blows up and everybody focuses on the date.
Yeah.
And it's,
well,
it's like...
Okay.
Yeah, see, back in the day,
February.
that didn't matter back in the day, and I'm talking as early as the PS3.
Remember,
like, I'm not talking like, you know.
I mean, shit. Cyberpunk got delayed by like 7 months, and when it came out, the game wasn't fucking finished.
No,
yeah,
it was broken.
Just, I never got it. But like...
Has a game ever been
I've
so disappointing? Have people ever been so disappointed by a game before?
To be fair, though, I felt like
that's a good question.
I felt like CD Projekt Red were jumping way out of their comfort zone there. Like they were pretty ambitious.
Well, here's the problem: is that you're taking a game like they made a massive open world game like Skyrim. It's sort of like Elder Scrolls Online versus Skyrim. They tried to make Skyrim into an MMO, and did it work? Somewhat, but in other ways it fell like really far, and a lot of fans weren't happy. You know, you think you can do it, you think the studio can handle it, and sometimes they just can't.
Yeah.
It's not their genre. When a company jumps into a genre, like for example, one of my favorite companies of all time has been BioWare. But if BioWare jumps into the wrong genre, it ain't gonna work. I don't expect BioWare to make a great, you know, I don't know, not like outside of an RPG element. I don't expect BioWare to succeed very well. Right? Like if they were to make a platformer tomorrow, maybe it'd be good, maybe it'd be basic, maybe it'd be okay, but I don't think it'd be groundbreaking.
Or third-person looter shooter.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, like if they made another Fortnite, I don't think it'd be very good because that's not their thing. Their thing is RPG. So if BioWare is RPG, let them stay RPG. They can go whatever direction or theme they want, but their company is RPG based. So if they come up with a different something totally away from RPG tomorrow, I'm going to be skeptical as fuck. I'm still going to love BioWare, but I'm going to love BioWare for what they are, not for, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how often From has delayed games. I think we talked about this yesterday. You know, not on stream. I think it was yesterday. That apparently Sekiro got delayed by like a few weeks. I don't know if that'll happen. I heard that they started developing Elden Ring like during the development of the Dark Souls 3 DLCs. So it's been in development for a while. It's been in development for like 6 years now. And they didn't show us anything for the last 2 years, so I assume they've been, you know, chugging away at it. So I think it'll, if anything, if previous FromSoft releases or anything to go off, it'll probably be ready to go by the time they say it's gonna be ready.
The only thing I can hope from Elden Ring, honestly, is the thing that I miss most is the not just the LAN connection, but the multiplayer connection on a console that Diablo 3 had that a lot of people didn't appreciate. Diablo 3 had the best version of LAN and MMO like cooperative play I think I've ever played in my life.
Really?
It's perfect because we're talking like when you're talking RPG and when you're talking drops, right? Like rare items and loot, right? How do you handle that? How do you handle it? Okay, we're playing on the same screen. Oh shit. Well, so is it the guy who gets to the thing faster? No, that's not how it works. When you're playing on the same screen in Diablo 3, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're playing on the same screen, not split screen or internet, they drop one for every person and it's targeted. So if a legendary item, if you guys like beat a boss and a legendary item drops, you both get an item. Different roles for different items, and the other player can't pick up your item. And that works. And then on split screen, when you're doing split screen, different drops happen. Different gold, different potions, different rare drops, different everything. So, and when you're playing on internet, same idea. So it's like, that's like the perfect loot system I've ever seen because it's fair. Because no player, like if you and I, if all of us are playing together on a game, nobody's stealing all the rare shit or getting all the rare loot, or I got the final attack bonus on the boss, so I'm going to be right close to him and be a little thief, That doesn't happen. It's already equal. And if you get an item, you can still trade that item or drop that item. If it's not good for your set, you pick up a legendary item and you're like, oh, well, I'm like a two-hander. This is a one-handed sword. Here, man, you take this. And then you can still give it to the other player. That you're trying to be, once again, cooperative. You're a team. So by the sounds of it, Elden Ring is going to have that sort of implication to its system.
Not from what I've heard. It seems like it's going to be more of the usual Souls co-op stuff where you just summon people in to help you with things.
I was hoping it was going to be more like you can go through the whole campaign with somebody.
See, we don't know like the lengths of what's like off limits, I guess. Like,
yeah, we don't know what exactly you can't do thus far because we've never had an open world Souls game before.
Right.
So I meant like usually what you can do is when you get to an area, you can just summon someone at the start of the area and just go through the whole place with them. But they don't really get much out of it other than like currency and usually like a covenant item. A lot of the covenants in Souls games are co-op based, so you get like an item for helping another player beat a boss, and once you get a certain amount, you trade them in and you get stuff for it. I imagine there will be things like that. But we'll have to see.
Sure.
We'll have to see what the implications are. If you can like ride around on your horses with other players throughout the fucking fields, that will be taking things to another level.
It's just the way they worded certain things reminds me less of that type, which is a common type. That's not just Souls. That's a common type of cooperative play.
Yeah.
The way it was worded on the tweets and stuff like that, it just reminded me more that maybe not exactly Diablo, but they're sort of leaning towards a more Diablo sort of style.
Maybe.
Where
because these games have always been more primarily single player. But we'll see if they're going to change stuff. Because I think it's only 4-player co-op. So you won't even be able to have as many people as you had for like Dark Souls 3. It'll be more like a Dark Souls 1 size group of people.
And believe it or not, Miss, that's the limit of Diablo.
Ah, nice. Convenient.
That's another thing that gets me going. Maybe they're sort of going on the Blizzard Entertainment model a little bit because they said up to 4, and I was like, that's literally exactly what they did with Diablo 3.
They said they limited. What it usually is accounting for is you can have 2 summons and then an invader to fight because that's how PvP usually works. Yeah.
In the later
But we'll
games,
see. I could be full of shit. I'm just
Yeah,
hoping
maybe. Who
because
knows?
that would make me want to play so much more. I mean, you, me, and Peter, we all jump into the game. We're all like adventuring or whatever, and then it's a more adventure because it's open world style. We're all adventuring, and then just because a boss, we all kill a boss together that none of us could have beat by ourselves, and there's one legendary item drop, and it's sort of like, well, who gets it sort of idea, and then it's like, well, that breaks up the party. Maybe they'll do that for that reason, but
yeah,
at the
maybe
same time,
depending
it's sort
on
of,
what it is. Like if some of the roaming encounters, if there are roaming encounter bosses, like I think there will be, and you can fight them more than once, maybe they'll have like, ooh, there's varying drops for these roaming encounter bosses.
you're thinking Roman encounters like dragons in Skyrim.
Yeah, actually, that was the perfect example, because you see in the trailer there's a dragon. I'm like, is there going to be like a roaming encounter boss fight with a dragon? Sounds like endgame material. It's either that or it's the Guardian for like the last area in the game. But if you're going to have roaming encounter bosses, a dragon sounds like the prime candidate for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, maybe once in a while you go into a cave, and maybe there's a 1 in 100 chance you run into the Mountain Lord's cave.
Yeah.
And then you have to then you're in the Mountain Lord's cave. It's like, oh shit, now we got to fight the Mountain Lord himself. You know, so like it's all going to be, I think, RNG based with the open world concept. I don't think they can get around that, but I still think it's going to be. I'm more intrigued to play Elden Ring than I am any of the Souls games.
Yeah, it just has so much more going on. Actually,
It does.
I am like,
it's their most
the fact that they
ambitious
show
one.
you fighting the dragon on your horse, I am 99% certain there's going to be roaming encounter bosses that you fight on horseback.
Which is so cool.
I know, right?
So fucking cool.
Ah, well. Unless any of you have some final comments, I think we'll wrap it up here.
I do some gaming on my channel, so plug my channel, and that's
Alright,
about it.
Griever, I have Griever's channel linked on my channel page, so you should go check him out there. And I always link his stuff every once in a while. I link his Jiu-Jitsu stuff every time. So you should check him out if you're interested in that stuff. Peter, do you have anything to advertise? Anything to promote?
Play Dark Souls.
Yes, play Dark Souls like Rat is right now, actually. Has Rat played any more Dark Souls in the last hour, 2 hours we've been here? Let's check up.
I think he's been playing the whole time.
He may be. I'm very proud of him. Good job, Rat. Well, anyway. Thank you all for watching. This is the first time I've done a stream or really any kind of video talking about, like, non-anime related shit. So, well, you know, referring to some other type of media. Gaming stuff. Soulsborne stuff. I've never done a stream or a video on this. And it was a lot of fun, so I'll probably occasionally be doing stuff like this in the future, depending on where topics, potential videos go. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys around. It was a lot of fun. Take care. Until next time.